Within the ancient order of the Harbingers, every member knows two prophecies, two eventualities, one of peace and one of doom. Only one of these foretellings may prove true, but not even the gods know which. And so the Harbingers fight, seeking always to stand against the darkness and be heralds of the times of peace. Yet always the shadow lurks. Doom is waiting, biding its time, assured of its own inevitability, prowling like a great cat ready to strike, hanging from above like a blade on a thread. Doom, they tell themselves. Doom is coming, and only they may stop it. But to fight an enemy, you must know them. And so they recite the prophecy of doom.
I shall not see a world that will be dear to me. Summer without flowers, cows without milk, folk without conscience, warriors not brave.
Conquests without a king.
Woods without fruit, fishless seas. Multitudes of storms.
Bad judgments by old men, false precedents of the lawgivers. Forts barren of structures, hollow.
A stronghold coming from mistakes, a devastated time. An excess of lords, but too many homeless.
Joy in evil, covered in sorrow. Everyone a betrayer, each child a robber. Oh, evil time. Son will deceive father, daughter will deceive mother.
Ahoy and welcome everybody. Welcome to Harbingers, a Horizons call game here on Sword and Key. I am Derek Sword. I am your GM for this game, as I am for many other games, but this one is a special one today because this is the finale of Harbingers. Doom is nigh. Welcome to the end, perhaps the end of everything. Let's see how successful our players are today. I'm going to go around and have these lovely people say a little bit about themselves and their characters, should their characters still be in the material plane of existence at this time. Even then, I'll probably let them say a little bit about themselves. And then we'll do a little recap and jump back into things. I do want to say, though, that we are actually in support of two charities technically today. The main charity for this game is the Entertainment Community Fund, formerly the Actors Fund. You can find the Tiltify in our chat as well as on all of our socials. If you donate to that one, you can impact this game. You can make things more complicated at the end, or you can also help these people fight the big bad because it is significantly overpowered from where they are. I thought about giving them another level and I didn't. So you can give them advantages, you can give them crits, you can give lots of fun things to help them beat the ultimate doom. And by doing so, you get to support the Entertainment Community Fund. It's a wonderful organization that works to support basically any member of entertainment. Anytime that you see something that makes you happy, typically there is somebody behind it making that happen. And this is a wonderful organization that protects all those people. So we're talking theater, film, television, radio, music, dance, opera, and even circus. So all the people that work in those areas, this organization works to keep them off the streets in times of financial trouble. It works to give them trainings. It works to give them stability when a life would otherwise provide instability. It's a great organization, and we highly encourage you to donate to it. At the same time, we have chosen not to participate in necessarily the strike for Palestine. We still are ardently against the genocide there, but we have chosen, instead of removing our content, to use our content to raise money instead. So instead of going quiet, we are trying to louden our voices about it. And so you can also find a Tiltify for the support of the Palestinian people in our socials as well as in our chat right now as well. So you can also donate to that. That will not impact this game, I don't believe. I don't believe that the two are connected, but we still highly encourage you to donate. And throughout this week, all of our games will have that link up. All of our socials will have that link attached to it, where you can donate to a good cause, because we figured that making our voices a little bit louder and making that part of what we're putting out, the main part of what we're putting out, is better than the deafening silence. All that said, let's go ahead and go around and have some folks introduce themselves. So let's start with the newbie. Let's start with Abhishek.
Hey everyone, my name is Abhishek Matange. He, him pronouns, and I'll be playing Anubia, our resident Anubite Way of the Living Weapon Monk, who recently lost all of her worldly possessions? Question mark? Yeah. Think of that what you will.
No question mark needed. She absolutely did. Oh, the deck of many things it can take and it can give away. And boy, howdy, did it sure take a lot from y'all. Next up, Alex.
Hello, everybody. My name is Alex, and today I will be playing the Drow Echo Knight Desinde, who lost precisely 0 things last session. It was great. Yeah, that's all I got.
I lost a sense of autonomy, maybe. I don't know. If you're happy with it, then everyone else is. Next up, the one and only Lady Dame.
I should unmute. Hello, everyone. I am your resident fabulous Harpy Blood Hunter, Fiach of the Rowan, who is, totally fine. And definitely I am not nervous at all and not at all dressed up to go have meet my goddess and whatever. I don't have my shrine to the Morgan next to me. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. It's me.
Fantastic, yes. Props especially to LD for looking so wonderful, as she always does. Next up, Rak.
Hey everyone, this is Rakolai, or Rakolai. No real preference on how you pronounce it. Just glad you're here. Thanks for joining us today. I normally play Croak, our Kenku Ranger Rogue, but he's on probation right now, we'll say. So we'll see if I get to play him today. And yeah, we'll find out.
Yes, everyone, I invited Rak to sit here for 3 hours plus a break. I apparently don't like Rak at all, despite continually inviting him to other games. And last but absolutely not least, Gena.
Hello, I'm Gena, she, her. I play Saskia Kavirense, a Air Genasi Watcher's Paladin. I feel like she's got a pretty good bargain here. She lost a feet, and that's it. No more healing word for all of you.
Not a foot, but a feet. That's an important distinction. Thank you, as always, also to Michael Sandoval for doing the character art for this game, for many of the games you see here on Sword and Key. You can find most of his stuff on Instagram at Michael Sandoval, MIKYL SANDVAL. Practice makes perfect on that one. And also a special thank you to Kayla for doing the tech for basically the entirety of Harvey's. Very, very much appreciated. Let's go ahead and do our recap. So, Rak, I will change up the music a little bit for you here. But the floor is yours. You may take it away.
All right. Previously on Harbingers, nothing bad happened. Everything went great. Back to you, Derek.
Fantastic. Enjoy that inspiration.
All right, now onto the actual recap. The Harbingers defeat the Cadaver Collectors and the Spirit of General Tacitus after a prolonged battle, despite a couple of hiccups along the way. Afterwards, we gave the general our word that we would carry his standard into the Forgotten City, only for Desiree to immediately burn it as soon as he left and bury it, along with the rest of the remainder of his army throughout the night. Saskia also found the key that we were looking for, and Croak was able to discover some additional maps and notes from previous expeditions to kind of pinpoint the location of the city of Tarlang Sin. We discovered that Tarlang Sin is located in a large crater located in the mountains after a meteor fell from the sky a long time ago, and the denizens there built the city within its natural defenses. We also had the option of either climbing the mountain to get there, or going through a secret underground passage to potentially find a hidden door into the city. But out of consideration for our, flying attuned folks, we decided to climb. After a brief run-in with an angry yeti and a few gravitational induced mishaps, we reached the summit and then promptly jumped back down instead of climbing, thanks to Saskia's Featherfall spell. And some of us got to experience flight for the first time. And then we eventually reached the gates of Torlang Sin, where Fiak and Anubia discovered that the voices that we had heard within the walls of the city on the way down were in fact the shuffling of even more worm-infested cadavers, along with the ominous chanting of some kind of religious figure hidden somewhere within the city. But before we could go in, after presenting the key to the gate, we were greeted by a gate guardian of sorts, who instructed us to present something of ourselves in order to gain access to the city within. It didn't seem to like the flesh suit that we offered it, so instead we went through. Desiree was basically voluntold by her patron to take over as just the car for the island. Saskia opted to give up her bardic magic, handing over her mask. And then when the rest of us couldn't quite come to a decision on what we wanted to give up, the Gate Guardian procured Fiak's deck of many things and offered us the opportunity to take a pull from it. And this resulted in a carnival of errors, as Anubia lost all of her belongings. Croak had his soul jettisoned to a different plane, and Fiak has now been summoned to the principal's office and is now sitting down with Morrigan, getting ready to have a long-needed chat. And we will pick up there.
Excellent job, Rack. Please enjoy that inspiration point. I'm a personal fan of gravitationally induced mishaps. I'm planning on using that in my daily vocabulary now. I don't know how, but I will. Okay. Well, much as Rack indicated, all of you would have seen as Croak fell, his body lifeless to the ground, just slumped like a sack of potatoes hitting the ground. You would watch as the uncaring void of a face of the Gate Guardian would turn to the rest of you, turn finally towards Fia, and her drawing that final card, the skull card, and you would watch from it a shade, an avatar of death itself appear. And in that moment, for all but one of you, time freezes. Fia, you would watch as the shaded figure pulls back its hood, its bony hands becoming those of flesh in a blink, and peering where this skull-like face was, you see instead the multifaceted face of your goddess. You see the face of the Morrigan. Her face it's almost like an optical illusion. Depending on which angle you look at it, it is the face of a young girl, or a woman in the prime of her years, or an elderly crone who has been wizened by decades of experience and loss. And yet she is one, and in that moment, as the world begins to reshape around you, you come to see that you are standing on a grassy hill. All around you, fog circles to where you cannot see in any direction more than 20 feet. And she verbally berates you a little that you would doubt so much of her. And
Go ahead, sorry. No.
as you find yourself on this grassy hill, alone with the Morrigan, you see that there are stones that are set up as 2 seats, and then a small stone, larger stone that is set up as a table. And sitting on them are 2 cups of tea still steaming as the storm seems to swirl around you, untouched here by the rain and thunder, but still beyond. You are in this other place now with her.
Before Fia goes to sit down, she sort of like she doesn't really acknowledge. She sees it, the setup, but she stays standing. I'm sorry if my reception is a little less than reverential, but my brother's soul currently is not where it's supposed to be. I saw the card he pulled and I know what it means, so you'll have to forgive me if I'm not feeling particularly kind at the moment. Because, well, if you or the Starfall Communion don't kill me when I go home, my mother will, and frankly, I'd rather the Starfall Communion took me.
Fia, as someone who has dominion over your brother's soul, I think you should be a little more genial. You don't have to worry about time. You don't have to worry about Croak. He's not going anywhere. Not unless you have a little chat with me. Sit.
Fine. Yes, of course. Anything for you. And then she will go, and she doesn't really sit in chairs so much as she kind of like perches in them.
Yeah, she's not straight. Yeah, we get it. Yeah.
Also, wings in the chair. It doesn't work very well.
Sure. Yeah, there's no back to it. It's more just like a stone that's been weathered to have like a flat top to it.
Sure, okay.
And it's the same for like the table. It is just a stone that would otherwise be in a field. You're kind of almost like getting that this might even be the center of a henge, as someone who might be familiar with such things and know that those are kind of concepts that are attached to the Morrigan, as you sit in the center of these stones that would not naturally be placed here, would not naturally weather themselves to plateau at the top and be these tables, that you are in the center of the Morrigan's henge. And Riker sits on the chair in front of you, because why not? That sounds like she's wearing a cloak. Just, I don't know, it makes sense to me. And she goes to pour tea into the cups, still steaming from the center pot. Fia of the Rhone, you have served me quite well over these many years, and so has your brother Croak.
My entire life, I have. As a reminder, I just not to correct or anything. Of course, you know everything, but as a reminder, I was raised to serve only you. And I have done so willingly with my entire heart.
Do you think that makes you special?
Yes.
Do you think that makes you able to make demands of me?
I have demanded nothing of you. I have been so very grateful for the little bit of power that you have given me to help me fight for you, and I have never once asked anything of you.
Yeah, you misunderstand my question. It's not accusatory, it's a genuine question. Do you think it gives you the right to make demands of me?
I don't know.
Do you think that one's service is equivalent to them being able to ask for things from those whom they serve? Not accusatory. Genuine question.
I don't know. I don't know that anyone has the right to ask. Well, I suppose anyone can ask. I don't know that I have the right to expect anything from you. I've never wanted that.
Until now.
Yes, until now. And even now, I believe in fate. That's this whole thing. If this is what is to be fated, but we've come this far and so close.
Yeah, do you like games?
I love games.
She pulls from behind this, absent void space of the cloak that she's wearing, which seems to like twinkle like the starless sky. Just like there's that slight haze of light inside the cloak itself, indicating like this just endless void where substance should be. And she pulls out a dragon chest box. Just a traveling one. She unfolds the sides. The pieces all align in a moment. And as she is standing on the ivory side, she makes the first move. You ever played chess, Fia?
Oh. Interesting that you played chess. Well, I shouldn't be surprised from the goddess of war. War and chess are the same thing. I've always preferred... yes. I've always preferred games of chance myself, leaving what happens up to fate, as it were. But if it must be chess, I suppose that's fine.
Make your move. I think you would find that strategy and fate are closer tied than you believe.
She makes a move. She
Every
doesn't really
time.
study the board very well. Like, it's sort of a, like, she kind of...
It's a passive moment, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Every time we make a decision, whether we know it or not, or every time someone else makes a decision, it is a movement on the board. And she goes to move another piece to counter yours. When you and your companions accepted this mission, and you went to stop the prophecy of doom, you made movements on the board. Do you think you were moving yourselves, or do you think someone else was moving you?
Fia will make a move again very quickly. Sort of, she is paying attention to this game, but not really. She's more trying to process what she's hearing from Morrigan. That's an excellent question. I've always thought that there's been a guiding hand. Your hand. And up until recently, I felt it. I did reach out to you earlier along this journey and hadn't heard a response, but I still believed that you were there. I know it every time I go into combat that you are there.
So are you a pawn then? Just to be moved around the board, inconsiderate of your own fate, inconsiderate of where you go, trusting that I'll move you to the right place, that I'll always be there to guide and protect you and keep you until your time is up.
No, and Fia's next move, she moves what would be a knight piece.
So many people presume that fate is a stationary thing, a flat line that they must follow, never to diverge from, that there is nothing to diverge to, a valley between mountains where they can never trespass beyond. You have done enough in your life to know that fate can be shaped.
That's true enough.
And in a swift move, she takes the knight off of the board. And she holds it up to you. Things can happen to those you care about. Things outside of your control. It doesn't mean that that's the end. You keep playing the game. Or... She just places the piece on her side. Or...
Fia studies the board a little more carefully at this point without responding. And tries to, at this point, she's trying to make like a move that makes sense for what it looks like on the board, and you don't think I know that. You don't think that I've seen. I'm a harbinger. This is what we do. And trust me, from a hatchling, my mother raised me to understand that sometimes the things we love most, we must lose. I have walked with the concept of death since birth. And, like I said, if this is what is fated, why did it have to be him? He was only doing what I did, and I know that I am cocky. I have every reason to be. I feel.
Not everything is planned, Fia. It did not have to be him. It still doesn't. I knew that I would run into situations like this when I put those cards, rather, lost those cards on the material plane.
Of course.
It is a bit of a machination that you came by them. But they were the absence of fate. They are true chance. And I can give you the chance back. But I need you to realize that you have the power to shape fate as well. You can play the game, or
Bia moves the queen piece.
and in a move that only like a master chess player could maneuver, she takes the queen right off the board. Every time you play, you lose.
I know that.
And yet you keep playing?
For you. Always.
You have been a faithful servant to me, but I can tell you this, when you go through those gates, when you are back there, you will be beyond me. I will not be there to guide you, and should you fall in this battle, you will not return to me. You will not be mine, as you have been. None of you will be. You will belong to the Doom. So for this time, Fia, for the first time, do it for yourself. Take fate into your hands. And she actually takes your hands and places them on either side of the board. And make the right choice.
Oh. Don't know if I know how to do that. Then
I know you do.
She'll look at the chessboard and makes what she thinks is the right move. But still an aggressive one.
Okay. You're moving a piece?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah. You have always been the best.
Oh, I know.
At some things. I chose 5 because 5 is what was needed. Every one of you are the best.
That's
And so
true.
that is why I know you will need Croak.
I do. We do. All of us. You do. I might be the best, but Croak's even better. Or he can be. He has the potential to be.
So I will make this move for you. But it is the last thing that I can do for you for a long time. And you will need to make an assurance to me that when I return to you, you will do what I ask with no questions. And it will be a large thing to ask.
Anything. You have my promise.
It has been a true pleasure being your goddess, Fia of the Rhone. I will see thee in many years to come. I am going to choose for you not to play. And she will flip the board over. And as she does, and the pieces go spilling everywhere, a single knight catching your eye, its eye just twinkling with a gemstone inside of it. And as the board flips, literally reality flips with it. And you are back standing in the pouring rain outside of these open gates with this fog beyond. And to everyone else, the shadow just appears and almost dissipates in that moment. It is a second goes by, perhaps less, and a breath returns to Croak as he, lying on the ground, his soul returns to him. Croak, for you, it's been a little bit. Time moves different in pocket planes. A couple hours, maybe.
I think while Croak was away, he would have just kind of like been pacing around. What did he see when he was on the other side?
As I understand it, literally nothing. Let me double check the card here. Because you drew the void.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it was the void. No, it has to be called something else.
I think it was the void.
Okay. Oh, that's right. I have to scroll down more. There we go. Contained in an object in a place of the GM's choice, one or more powerful beings guard the place. When your soul is trapped in this way, your body is incapacitated. Okay. So, I will say you were held in a dark metal, no light from beyond. It was cold. It felt distant. There were hollow noises. But you did not experience much. It mostly the sound of dripping water more than anything else.
Yeah. I think when Croak wakes up, I think the first thing he's gonna do is like kind of shiver and just like and like fluff up his feathers to kind of like warm himself a little bit.
Yeah, had also, when ruffle her feathers and sort of wiped away a couple of tears. Croak.
Are you crying?
Well, it's a bit of a long story. I don't know. You were gone for a minute, and you're back, and it's fine, and everything's fine.
Yeah. I think Croak's gonna like kind of take a look around, look over, kind of stop on Anubia, and kind of point at her, and it's like, "You're closed."
Like she's basically just like kind of covering herself, but like your point.
I think Croak is going to like reach up and unfasten his shoulder cape and kind of hand it over to her.
You know, it's not a bad look, actually, Anubia. I mean, it's not like it's any different than what I walk around in, so I'm sure it's fine.
The gate guardian, please, Anubia, go ahead.
Fair enough.
The gate guardian looks eyelessly, the helmet with the blade held in front of him, and looks just to all of you. Truly strange occurrence. One of which I have never seen before.
I believe you have something of mine. By the way, may I have it back?
What are you referring to?
The deck.
Yes, of course. And have I tried to pocket it? I don't know. It's a klepto gate guardian. I don't know. Yeah,
I'm expecting you to say no.
Gives that back to you.
Thank you.
Sure, nobody wants to draw one more? No, nobody. Cowards. All right.
Look, Derek.
With everyone, for the most part, restored, you have the gate opened before you.
Oh. Well, I mean, you know, all things considered, that could have gone much worse. I realize I'm tempting fate here, but, you know, I kind of feel like it at the moment.
I
Shall
suppose
we?
it took some doing, but we are all still alive, so let's go.
Alrighty. Quietly, stealthily, I'm sure. For all of
Agreed.
this.
Stealthily as possible.
Or
We could just
Or-
run in loud and start stabbing, but frankly...
We go in stealthily. We could maybe get an extra round of stabbing in. Just
Excellent point.
Very good point of logic.
as you all then go, please go ahead, Drek.
Croak is going to let out this low rumbling croon, and his spectral flock is going to kind of dive around the group and like whip the mist around them as he casts Pass Without Trace.
Nice.
Go ahead.
I love it.
Go ahead and give me stealth rolls then, and we will do a group stealth. You can add your +10 to that.
oh god, I love rolling at disadvantage.
Fine.
I can't wait to know what that means. Okay, let's go ahead and go around. Anubia, what did you get?
20 total.
Okay. Desiree?
Natural 4 for 22 total.
Oh my god.
Gotta love it. LD, what was that laugh about?
43.
43.
I rolled a nat 20, y'all.
You go back to the morgue and she's like, oh, I thought we, like, there were years, but you've just absolutely left the material plane of existence. All right.
I was drinking water when you said that.
Broke, what did you get?
33.
All right. Which seems so insignificant now. It's only godly. And Gena, what about Saskia?
21 at disadvantage. What's going on with everybody?
I mean, we love that.
All right, so you all got 139 points of stealth between you, divided by the 5 of you. That is an average of 27.8. Like shadows themselves, you all cross beyond the threshold of the gate. As you do, as you pass into that mist, which seems to linger just at the threshold, the little barrier where that arched gate is, and you pass through one by one, a restorative essence seems to hit you. If you have not already long rested, here is your chance for a long rest. In addition to that, your armor seems to have been cleaned, your weapons sharpened. Anubia, that also includes you, as all of your gear is returned to you. in addition to Croak's cape about your waist. All of your gear is not only returned to you, but now has a +1 quality to it. Saskia, you get your feet back in addition to an extra feet, should you want it. Croak, enjoy 20 additional hit points that are temporary. Fia, having made your deal, I think we're kind of going to leave it there. You met with your goddess, and you also got your deck of many things back.
Okay.
I couldn't think
fair.
of necessarily
That's
something in
fair.
that. Yeah. You have a number of magic items
I
from
do.
previous games. Yeah, and you got to talk to your goddess.
I did.
And you got Croak.
I did.
Quick
Desert.
question.
Yes, please.
I had a +1 short sword. Does that stay +1, or is that now +2?
That stays +1 because so Anubia's stuff became +1 because that was the sacrifice of things.
Okay.
So you got additional hit points because your sacrifice essentially was your life there for a moment.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'll take that.
And Desiree, with your commitment to your blade, which remains a commitment, you may take an additional level in Warlock.
Ooh.
I know that's kind of tough in game, but if you
Oh no,
wanted
we are
to...
going for it.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
The Gate Guardian stands facing you all now from behind, even with your high stealth. It's a spirit Gate Guardian can see you. Your sacrifices were well made. Your hearts were pure in them. You gave greatly, and I am not one to keep. Go forth, for doom awaits you. I pray that it does not take you. And with that, the gate closes, the Gate Guardian absorbing back into it, all those various pieces shifting back to create the elements of this mosaic display. And as you can see on the map, it is still rainy, it is hazy. You may place yourselves at the very base there. You see a level of stairs with these large stone creatures flanking it on either side. The village here is surprisingly simple, surprisingly small. You can see that there are roofs which seem ramshackle. There are lanterns about. Those of you would at least be able to see from your point of view at least one individual who is in this this center walkway, where the village itself seems to be like climbing up a hill. And as you can see these different levels of all of these different buildings, you can hear movement, you can hear the shouting that's coming from far beyond, and you can see these great massive gates, these gates that are held by chains with these massive metal figureheads, and all of this religious iconography. This gate that seems built into the side of the mountain itself, as incorporated into it, and something unknown beyond. But you also notice all of the defenses are facing towards that gate, not away from it. This place was never meant to defend from outside forces. It was meant to defend from what came from within. And that is what you can see as you enter. How would you all like to proceed?
Fia is going. I mean, Fia's probably been actually flying, but staying pretty close to the group through all of this.
Mm-hmm.
And as we get closer, she's going to go up a little higher, still within range of that pass without a trace, but she's going to probably hit as close to the limit of it as she can.
I believe that since you have Pass Without Trace, it's almost like there's a shade that comes with you. You can travel beyond. There's not like there's a range to casting, but you don't have to like stay in it as if it's an aura.
Oh, I thought it wasn't. But okay, cool. Right.
That's always how I've determined is
That's
it's
it.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna stay within a certain range of the group anyway, just for safety purposes. But probably I don't know, like 30 feet up in the air.
I guess it actually might be, yeah. It does say a creature you choose within 30 feet of you has a +10, can't be tracked. That does make it sound like the caster is the central point. So yeah, if you remain 30 feet from Croak, you should be fine.
Yeah. 20 feet up in the air, but like, and within like a 10-foot sort of radius.
Sure. It is foggy, but if you want to give me a perception check with disadvantage to see kind of with your more bird's eye view.
Yep. Disadvantage with perception. Where's my perception? Because she's really good. That is an 18. Sorry, 17.
Okay.
Correctly.
With that, you can see that there are multiple people dressed in villagers' clothing, a bit antiquated from what you've seen anywhere else, but these seem to be, judging by the cloth that you can see about the architecture, the shapes that are used, you can see similar patterns on clothing. These indicate these people might be locals to this area, that are all kind of moving up this hill towards the gate themselves. And then just beyond the mist, you can see that there is a large statue. And standing in front of it seems to be the origin of the sound. There seems to be somebody dressed in robes, with a mighty staff that they are holding in one hand and kind of waving about. There's a bit of light on the end of the staff, and they seem to be summoning the people towards them with whatever language they are speaking.
I will relay what I have seen to the group. Thoughts? Opinions? My inclination is just to go straight for the big guy in the middle. I feel like if we take him out,
You might free
them
the
out,
others.
might do something.
True.
We may not have to contend with the zombies. I can't tell if they're what manifests them or if they're just controlling them, but either way, I feel like that's our best bet.
How far away are they again? Oh, I worded that weird.
The nearest one to you, let's see, so Saskia, I'm not actually seeing you on the map just yet, but I will measure to at least Desiree, who is closest there. From where Desiree is standing, about 45 feet to the closest one.
Roll 20 booted me. That's what happened.
How tall are these structures? So I'm seeing that it's tiered.
Oh, look at that.
But like,
Right.
are these structures still significantly taller than the upper tier that they intersect? I'm basically asking if we can make a choke point out of these stairs.
I mean, essentially, yes. So if you were to reach the top level of these buildings, if we're thinking this is north, south, east, west on the map, if you were to go to the northernmost set of stairs, you could create a choke point because that is where they would have to traverse through. Everyone seems to be traversing north. So elevation-wise, every tier of buildings is about 5 feet higher than the next, with the building standing just about 10 to 12 feet high individually.
Gotcha.
So you could also reasonably hop from building to building. If you did want to bypass them altogether, that is certainly an option as well.
Well, I'm not. Well, wait, pass without trace.
I could fly straight to the one in the middle and bypass the guys on the ground.
Before we decide anything, I'm going to cast Aid on everybody at 3rd level.
Okay.
My usual. So everybody gains 10 hit points, actual hit points, to their max.
Less.
Yeah. That's what I'm going to do for now. That lasts for 8 hours, so.
Great.
Take that. I love that.
Yep.
Should always
Perfect.
do that early. 8 is so underrated, guys.
It's
Prep it.
Pretty great. Pretty great.
Phenomenal,
Pretty
actually.
good, honestly.
What's that? Yeah, we're gonna do.
I don't have anything to contribute right now past that.
Okay.
I'm just gonna activate the whip ahead of time too, well, so I don't have to worry about it later.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm also gonna drop my echo.
Okay.
And I think, yeah, let's do the flames. That seemed to work on them the last time. Sure, why not? Oh, finally. Usually I roll a 6 on my own damage. This is exciting.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's all prepped.
Okay. So, how are you all proceeding?
I do not think it would be a bad idea to attempt to lure them down from where they are to us and cut them off at choke points.
Sure.
We have this set of stairs I'm going to indicate, ping on the map.
Mm-hmm.
They can come through there. It's possible they could come through around here, and I'm going to indicate this sort of like leftward position over here by what looks like a tree stump.
Any ideas as to what we're going to use as bait?
Fast. I don't mind being a bait if it involves running.
We could use the echo as well.
I can sing. That might be distracting enough.
Crook, ideas? You're a competent ambusher.
Croak kind of scratches the underside of his beak for a moment, and then kind of gets low into like a sneaking stance and like kind of lurks around, pantomiming like sneaking, and then puts a hand by his ear and then points to both his eyes, and then like stands up and puffs out his chest, and it's like wah 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 wah.
If I stand... Sorry, ping on the map where you're thinking our choke point wants to be. Point again. Perfect.
This set of stairs.
If I stand on that rooftop right there, I could get the attention of everyone within 100 feet. Although I don't know that these count as humanoids anymore, given their sort of general state, but it certainly would attract...
I can check real quick.
I mean, in theory, anything would do. Does anyone have a light cantrip? I could just fire off a bolt from my crossbow.
I can check real quick. I'm just gonna say this real. They're currently 45 feet from me. I would need to be within 30 feet to cast Detect Good and Evil. Which would tell me, well, Detect Evil and Good. I don't know why it's worded that way. So, for the duration, you know if there's an aberration, celestial, blah, blah, blah. Aberration is what I'm expecting. Within 30 feet, similarly, you know if there's a place or object within 30 feet which has been magically consecrated or desecrated. Spell can penetrate most barriers, blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt.
Okay, so you're doing Detect Evil and Good, not a Divine Sense.
Yes.
Okay.
Detect Evil and Good.
Okay. Yes, and with your passive without traits, it does not seem to notice you. I'm going to double check the thing quick here. So, as you move slightly closer towards this ambulatory villager, seem to be moving rather erratically though, instantly pings as undead.
Oof. Okay.
And not even 30 feet, but Saskia, there's okay, so when you detect evil and good, let me ask you this: is this a visual thing? Is it auditory? What's the sensory that you're using to kind of get that detection?
I feel like it's like trying to detect like a wind speed or like a breeze sort of thing, and like it's like a combination of like wind speed, wind speed, like wind temperature sort of thing. It's like taking like a quick weather check, I guess.
No, I love that. You're getting like barometric pressure of evil.
Yeah.
Yes, so you get a heavy whiff of undead from this individual, and it seems like, the wind direction is there's more undead up there until like it's so far beyond your range of 30 feet, but there's this unescapable sense that whatever is behind that gate, it's like a wind turbine in your face. Like it almost blows you back with how much undead energy there is waiting beyond that gate. Like it's there. It's so far beyond your spell, and yet it's so pervasive and inescapable that it permeates the spell itself. Its rot is just so there.
Okay, I'm gonna drop concentration. I'm not gonna concentrate on that.
Yeah, no. That's
No.
unpleasant. Well, I like the idea of casting light, and that tells them where exactly to go, but I think even if my song won't charm these undead, because I don't think it does, they will at least hear me from fairly far away, and I think I can get the attention. I personally can get their attention a lot faster and further than anybody else, and we can use that light to sort of guide them to us. Does that make sense?
I agree.
All right.
We can have Croak and Anubia waiting to surprise them when they get to us.
Exactly. All right. I like this idea. I like this plan quite a bit, actually. Shall we?
Does anyone have a light cantrip, or Derek, would I be able to like just cobble together a flare from like kind of like the items I have on me?
Everybody's got a fucking tinderbox, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll just like cobble together some kind of light source and just stick it on a crossbow bolt.
And
Good.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and Fia will start circling, probably since it only and start up her luring song. I don't think that the charm part of it works, but they'll still be able to hear her within 100 feet. So she's going to go do a little bit of circly, starting at that roof point on the stair that we're trying to get to them.
Okay.
And then probably 100 feet, I think, only gets us to the base of... Actually, it goes right... That only gets the creatures that are sort of in and among the village, not any of the ones on the platform.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to get the attention of the ones on the platform as well? Is this the point? Is this the hope?
I don't know what the sensory faculties of these things are. I figure it'll work out either way. Either we get their attention and then we get them into a choke point, or we don't and we get to take out a few of them and then progress and rinse and repeat.
I will go. I will go another, like, 40 feet ahead, which would get the attention of anybody in that statue area as well, and then come back to the roof and continue singing as well. Just so they hear it, they hear something, and then fly back.
I'm also going to volunteer to put my echo on the stairs as their primary target, so if they do pack up stronger punch, they're at least hitting the echo, and we can get that sense before they start taking out hit points.
Okay. Fia, go ahead and give me a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Okay. That's a nat 1 for a total of 2.
Okay. This was an incredibly high DC.
Sure.
Because these things have a very singular goal.
Right.
As much as I love your plan of a choke point for these things, they are being lured there. And as you are flying around and you hear the thaumaturgical deep speech, which is the language that is being spoken by this one in the robes, you hear the deep speech pause for a moment, and in common, that shouts up to you, "Be patient, lamb, your slaughter will come. Come forward if you wish to." I literally lost the word. Come forward if you wish to speed it up.
The luring song from Fia just turns into like that piercing harpy screech.
Okay. And you have not turned any of these. In fact, they are all going to take their movement to go their 30 feet more. So they are, even as you are all kind of waiting for them, they are actually going to, I'm going to say they're actually going to dash because they are now moving faster towards that gate.
I think we might have a chase on our hands, friends.
And these things are shambling. Almost like hunched over, almost like the way like a chimpanzee will try to run on all fours. These things are not used to being bipedal.
Mm.
New plan, move fast, kill as we go.
Yep, sounds good to me.
Yep.
And Fia flies off.
Yeah, I'm gonna bolt too.
How fast is everybody moving?
Are we in initiative order?
We will be now. Go ahead and roll for initiative for me, please.
Everybody within, I think it's still 10 feet, gets a +3. Is it still +3? Yes, it's still +3.
Did you move up to the stairs with the rest of us for that, or are you?
I would have tried to stay with the group.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm still trying to choose a feat here.
I'm gonna take the +3 because Fia doesn't usually stay within 10 feet of Saskia anyway, because up in the air. Cool.
All right. Anubia, what is your initiative?
Doing some quick math. 22.
Okay. Alex, what about Desiree?
Between Saskia's bonus and my snazzy new alert feat from level 4 in Warlock, we're sitting at a cool 27.
Ooh.
Okay. Fia?
13.
Okay. Croak?
16.
And Saskia?
18.
So, Desiree, you are first. How would you like to proceed?
You're muted.
That helps.
There you go.
I think I and my Echo can reach this one at 55 feet away.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of as the croak flies, but
nice.
you want me to like granularly do out the directions I can, but
No, you're good.
okay, then yeah, my Echo and I will just fucking bolt, and it'll take my action, but we'll just like bolt and glue onto this bad boy.
Okay. It does not even seem to turn as you approach it. What would you like to do?
Well, that was my action. I'm not quite sure I want to pop a bonus action just yet since my Echo is already out, so I'll just wait and see if it runs away. I guess I'll just take my opportunity attack.
Sure. Okay. Next up, then, we have Anubia. And again, if you want to roll athletics, you can jump from roof to roof. I think somebody like Anubia might have the athletics to jump what is essentially a 10-foot distance.
Yeah, I would like to probably roll, like, I would say probably acrobatics instead of athletics.
Sure.
So I'll probably see if I can go from roof to roof instead of take a rooftop route instead of having to go from the street, because that just seems very inefficient.
Okay.
That is 27.
Yes. So your long jump is, let's see, your strength score. If you move at least 10 feet when you make a half that distance. Okay. So what is your strength score?
12.
12. Okay. Well, sorry, you're doing acrobatics though. So what's your dexterity score?
My dex score is 20.
20. Okay. In that case, yeah, you can easily, like, no roll needed, jump from rooftop to rooftop as long as it is 10 feet. So you are able to leap onto a roof, and you can essentially use your normal movement as you move along there.
Okay. So I'll calculate the distance from going from ground to roof then, in that case. It's part of my movement. That's 10.
So you watch as Nubia's, like, backwards jackal-like legs just kind of spring onto and put her onto the roof.
So basically moves me here, essentially. She just bounds
Okay.
across the roof. I don't think I'll be able to reach them without using another dash. But I will go ahead and do that just so I can set up an attack opportunity just in case.
Okay.
Basically just reposition myself right in front of them.
When Anubia jumps on the roof, Fiad looks at her because she's still up there, or she herself is on the roof, and goes, "Nice hot stuff."
She'll wink back.
Anubia, face to face with one of these villagers, you can see, please use your safety cards, that every orifice of their face is just teeming with little worms, all with these burrowing mouths that are just, like, now reaching out for you, like the arms reach for you, and you can see that they are just teeming with these worms under their skin. It's permeating where their tears are. This is one of those flesh suit situations that you all have encountered before.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Anything else you would like to do for your turn?
Let me check. I don't know if I can do anything else because I don't know any of my bonus actions. Let's see. Actually, I will spend a key point to use patient defense.
Okay.
So it allows me to take the dodge action as a bonus action.
Okay. Cool. Next up then is Saskia.
Okay, let's see. Oh god, everybody's so far away. I'm going to say that to myself, and then I'm going to cast with my brand new feat that I just got, because I got one, Expeditious Retreat on myself.
Mm-hmm.
This lets me take a bonus action as a dash. It is concentration for now. I'm going to chase after Desiree. It's the best I can do at this point. And I will use... I have a 35 walking speed. I just used bonus action. I just think I'm going to spend the whole time moving. I will resolve exactly where
Okay.
right now.
I will also ask, did you take the Plate of Knights Fellowship?
I do. I still have it on me. Would I have been
Okay.
able to, in that instant?
You would, yeah.
Okay.
So if you
I would have attuned
just
to that.
yes, if you would have attuned to that and be wearing that, I just want to make you aware that you can summon a friend.
Maybe that takes an action. I forgot. I looked it up last time and I can't remember exactly.
Let's see. I have it pulled up here. Bonus action.
Bonus action. Yeah, no, I'll do that. No. I will save that for now. I will still cast Expeditious Retreat. And I will resolve wherever I end up exactly. It's a bunch of counting squares. Not very interesting to do right now.
Okay. Let's move along then to, it is the Heretic's turn. And the Heretic, let's see, is anybody necessarily... How far is Fia? It's enough, I really gotta break out the ruler. $150. Let's see.
I am also up in the air.
You are also up in the air, right. Okay. Just enough range on that. An eldritch bolt is going to strike out from the heretic at you. Um, Actually, it gets three of them. I don't think that anybody else is exposed like you are. So yes, it is going to direct all three at you. Okay.
I'll go
And
up this middle here. Sorry.
okay. Two of those will hit. Fia, you are going to take. Let's see here. 40. What is that? Actually, 51 points of force damage. You're muted.
Can you say that number one more time?
51.
Okay.
Beg your pardon.
Woo!
Okay. That is it for the heretic's turn. We are now to Croak.
Alright, I think Croak is going to. Croak's going to move. I'm going to use my cunning action to dash as a bonus. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 will be my normal movement. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3. I'll get to here, kind of like duck between Desidee's legs. And then I'm going to draw my short bow, and then I'm going to hold and attack for the first hostile creature that passes the top of these stairs here.
Okay. All right. Ready to action. Love that. Let's go then to Fia. It is your turn.
Great. Perfect. Ow. Real ow. Cute. Neat. Fia at that point will fly 40 feet forward. 30 feet forward. Yeah, we're gonna go 30 feet. Where is that ruler thing? I'm gonna making sure. And I say that's 30, right? Sure. And then from here, oh my god, that's upsetting. That was really, really upsetting. Cool. Great. I love this. And then she's gonna duck behind the building. She's gonna go a little bit lower down behind the building. Is she? Before she does that, actually, she's gonna I can't quite reach that motherfucker. Fuck him. Cool. We're just gonna toss out a couple of Eldritch Blasts at one of the near zombies.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? I take that back. We're gonna go... We're gonna go to 35 feet. Just so that I'm in range. Hit that motherfucker with 2 Eldritch Blasts, and then go down a little bit to try at least get some cover from the rooftops.
Okay, so you're hitting the heretic, or you're hitting one of the worm bodies?
Heretic.
Okay, go for it.
With 2 Eldritch Blasts.
Okay.
1, 2. Okay, those are not terrible rolls. The first one is a dirty 20. The second
Definitely
one is
hits.
a 22.
Definitely hits.
Okie dokie. Oh god, I should have used my bonus action first. Oh well. To do that. Oh wait, can I do that?
Probably.
Oh, I can't. You know what? We're gonna with the weapon. Oh no, never mind. Oh shit! None of those matter, and none of those like do what I want them to do. Anyway. Okay. So we're just doing the Eldritch Blast damage. So for the first one, that is 10 points of force damage.
Okay.
Second one is 6 points of force damage for 16 points.
Fantastic.
And then for my bonus action, does this heretic look humanoid like a person?
Tough to tell. You kind of got a good look at them. I will tell you that they are wearing heavy robes. They do seem to be humanoid in shape. Although, I will give you this, their face is white, pale, and unmoving like that of a mask. And there was something not quite right about their limbs. They seem to be shifting in a strange way.
Okay. I can't do anything about that. Anyway, nobody's close enough for that. None of my bonus actions are close enough. Okay, that's it.
I'm going to put in y'all's chat what an image is of this thing. Show you what you're working with. Okay, it is now the wormy fella's turns. Okay, so I am going to mess with the ones that are essentially out of range of you. They are going to dash for the finale here, the final finish line. That's the word. So when we'll get there, this one is going to squeeze between the spaces. Get there. Okay, and then this one is also going to squeeze, and you will see that these are able to squeeze through very small spaces, just like the one you encountered before. The one next to Desiree, it is not going to attack you. It is going to try to run, so if you would like to get your opportunity attacks, you absolutely may. And same thing for Anubia. It is going to essentially try to bypass you if you would like to take an attack on it. Croak, you would also be able to get your ranged attack, as it is going to try to pass by you.
Let me quickly check if the Echo makes an opportunity attack or I make an opportunity attack from the Echo's space.
Sure.
No, it doesn't matter. I just have one reaction for an attack, and it can come from either space. So, one attack.
Okay. LD, I'm seeing chat. What was the thing you were going to swap with the long rest?
Oh, the cloak of protection, but I couldn't remember what it was.
Oh,
because it just says cloak on the thing. And I was like, oh, I guess I could have swapped that for the necklace of adaptation. I thought about it briefly, which is why I asked, but...
If you want to. Yeah, it's fine.
You sure?
Yeah. Like I said, I'm not tying any of your hands behind your backs on this.
Yeah.
This is gonna be hard enough. So...
Okay, because nobody claimed it.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it would have hit you anyway, so.
That's true.
Yeah.
Right.
It just ups the AC, but I think I'm gonna do that.
Does a 17 hit one of the wormy boys?
Definitely.
All
yeah,
right.
these guys have an AC of 10.
All right.
I was also assuming a 19 with it then.
Okay.
We got 12 points of damage incoming to mine.
Okay.
I got a 13 on my bow attack. Now, because I'm out of its sight, would this count as something like attacking from stealth?
I'd give you your
Cool.
whatever that's called that I can't remember. I don't know why it's whenever I play this game, literally every word leaves. Yeah, the snickety snacks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Snickety snacks.
That one. All right, so that's going to be 8 points of piercing. I get. There we go. 15 points of sneak attack damage, and I'm gonna hit him with the swarm too, because why not? That's another 6 from the swarm.
Okay. All right. And then Nubia, what was the damage from yours?
So that would be 13 from my unarmed strike. And because I think because the first time I hit an enemy with that, I'm using Manifest Blow, which is going to be doing cold damage.
Nice.
And that's going to be 11 from that. So there's 24 points of damage total.
Perfect. All right. All remain standing. However, they are going to use their, let's see. They're going to use their movement to continue upwards. This one is going to skirt along this way past Croak. And yeah, I'm going to start having these taken off the map as well. Okay, let's go back to top of the order with Desiree.
Can I get if this is possible, can I get a quick vibe check on whether or not I think necrotic damage would work on these bad boys?
Yeah, go ahead and give me an Arcana check or Nature check.
Oh, that's a 2. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, not super sure. You kind of get the idea that like the worms are technically living things, although they ping as undead because like the body is undead. So necrotic might work, but it might not.
I'll play it safe with my resources then, and as an action, I will cast Blur on myself.
Oh.
And then I will, and my Echo, move another 30 feet.
There we go. Cool. So next in the order then is Anubia.
I was chomping a cookie.
Oh, you're good. Sorry about that.
Okay. In that case, I'll just basically go after the one that ran from me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll get rid of that. Well within my range. So I'll move you here, and essentially Anubia is gonna follow it, turn the corner, see it, run full sprint, and go into what is essentially just a flying dropkick on it.
Okay.
So let's roll that unarmed strike. It's not. 14.
14 definitely hits.
Let's roll that damage. That's 11. So second attack option, if it's still alive.
It is.
Okay. 24.
Okay.
That was good. 7 damage this time.
Okay.
And then because bonus action, because I've attacked it, I get to attack it again with martial arts.
Absolutely.
Monks are great. That's 13.
13. Okay. All right. Anubia, I will tell you that as your final blow like lands, you literally, it's like a punching bag that you've split and the sand starts coming out, except instead of sand, it's worms. And
Nice.
you have split it open and the worms all begin like a swarm. Hinted at the stat block. All begins to start moving upwards and like kind of like scurrying towards the northernmost point, scurrying towards those gates. So well done on that. Okay, anything else for your turn?
That'll be it.
Okay. Take them off the map. Great, and a fresh new skin suit is left for you. Nubia. Sorry, Nubia, it was just your turn. Saskia, it is your turn. And we'll get through the turn order on this, and then we'll take our break.
Everybody's moving so fast. I
Just a
will.
paladin just.
I have
What are
a
you guys
base
doing?
30. I have a base 35 too, so I don't actually move slow either. I will proceed straight up. Sorry, Croak. Take a quick hop over Croak. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Saskia will continue forward however many feet. 5, 10, 15. Everything looks fine here. I will take the rest of my movement, but I will only take movement, action, dash, and then at this point I will use my bonus action to use the Plate of Knights Fellowship to summon our little spirit friend.
Okay. Saskia, let me ask you this. There are a few options for this. This knight could appear much as you do, almost a copy of you, or as somebody who is also an Air Genasi. This could be a spirit of someone who you've lost in your life, somebody who would represent a knight, or you could just get a Nerean soldier, a Nerean knight, to be summoned at your side. What would you like?
So I was thinking about this. Could I have it look like Hostias?
Absolutely, yes. So a Minotaur knight, golden bands on its cracked horns with arcane runes, still spiritual in its essence, but still bearing a mighty axe, stands at your side and silently nods to you as this like spiritual smoke is blown from its nostrils.
2-finger salute. I don't know if I have any actions right now because we're still mustering. Yeah, I think that will be my turn.
Alrighty.
Can I do something narratively real quick?
Please.
So if we have the Spirit of Hostias there, I still have my original +2 rapier. Can I toss the packed weapon to the spectral Hostias for him to use?
Yeah, I would have passed by that alley on the way down.
Just as like a flavor thing.
I think you could try, but there's going to be, I think as you like go to toss it, like your hand won't let go.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, and there's the voice in your head that's like, you swore to me.
Fair enough.
Kind of a no takesies backsies.
Sure.
I think I have a couple more feet of movement. I can't remember how much. I'll just move 10 feet down this, but that's my turn.
Okay. All right. Then next up is the heretic. I don't believe that anyone is necessarily in range, and so what the heretic will do is let's see here. The heretic is actually going to cast its Eldritch Blast on the worm person that is closest to it. It is going to take all 3 hits.
Oh no!
I don't like that.
And you would, those of you who might be close enough, sure anybody can necessarily see this, but the flesh suit just like disintegrates, and the worms literally fall to the ground. And not that any of you speak deep speech, but he is essentially just yelling, "Make haste!" And so the worms congregate further. That is it for his turn. He can't hit any of you. Next up is Croak.
Okay. Is this little alleyway traversable that I'm pinging here?
Let's see. Yes,
This one
absolutely. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. I think what I might do is, I think I can get there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yeah. So I'm actually going to I'm going to dash up these stairs and into this alley. and then I'm going to use a cunning action to hide.
Okay.
And like from this position, would I have like line of sight on the statue and all this going on up here?
You should, from that alleyway, yes. You would have line of sight on the statue, you would have line of sight on the heretic. You would not, I guess you'd just barely be able to see through these, this entrance right here, because there is a wall kind of behind this statue. And you'd be able to see that there are villagers who are pressing themselves against this wooden gate, and are almost like the worms within them are being absorbed through the bore holes and cracks and imperfections of the wood. And you can see that the ground is just littered like a hippie's apartment in carpets of just like a serial killer hippie's apartment of just skin suits all the way down.
Cool. Do you want me to roll stealth for hiding, or do you just want me to stay put there?
Yeah, stealth for hiding, please, as you would, as you can see the heretic. Depends on if the heretic can see you.
Okay, that is a nat 20 for a 42.
The heretic is a +6. There's literally no way I could even get close to that. Okay. Yeah, no special types of sight either. So, okay, you're most certainly hidden. Fia, it is your turn.
Great. Okay, so I am going to move up 35 feet. That'll give me 5 feet to go over the rooftops again. I just did this. Oh my gosh. To that point right there. Yoink. Just here. And as I'm popped up, I am now how far? To the motherfucker in the center. Fuck that guy. Okay. Only close enough to get off a couple another Eldritch Blasts at him. Falls a moment. I believe it's just 2. Isn't it? Is that true? Yeah. Oh no, I got 3 beams. I'm at 11th level. What am I doing? Rolling
well, if you want to use your extra one and do 4 this time, since we missed out on last time.
That'd be great. I forgot that we got to 11th level, and I forgot that I did that. So that's exciting. That would be great. Thank you.
I'm sorry. I'm also watching as Abhishek puts real-time memes in our chat. I like that. That's funny. It's very good. You can join the Discord server for Sword and Key at any time through beacons.ai/Sword and Key, through any of our socials as well. You can check out these high-quality, super dank memes.
They're so good.
It's an art form.
So the lowest is 12.
Okay. 12 does not hit.
Didn't think so. That was kind of the 4th one from the last time, or the 3rd one from the last time anyway. And then the next one we have is 15.
A 15 just hits.
Okay, cool. And then we have the other 2 are higher than that. So
okay, then yeah,
great.
you got 3.
I got 3. Hooray. Let's see. Doing this, I should have more D10s out. I don't. It's fine. We're just gonna roll with it.
I forgot that Hostius will take a turn, but can I just move? He takes his turn immediately after mine. Could I just move up and not take any actions?
For sure.
That's what I'm just.
5.
Just take 30 feet.
Yes, just take 30 feet straight up, and then not do anything. Take the dodge action.
That is 14 points of force damage total.
I'm sorry, how much?
14.
14. Okay.
And then I'll use my last 5 feet to go duck behind the rooftops again.
Cool. And Gena, just so I'm clear, when you say straight up, are you positioning him through the same alley as Croak, or towards the worm villager? Because the other 2 alleys are a bit too narrow for somebody of Hostius' size to move through.
Yeah, I was thinking horizontally. Let's go toward the worm villager.
Okay. Yeah, because they are using the night stat block. They aren't necessarily a ghost. So, okay. So, yeah, 5, 10, 15.
And if he gets no orders, automatically takes the dodge action.
Cool. Then Dachi shall. Great. Next up then is the villager's turn. This villager is going to take the dash. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, like right there. And Croak, what you would see is this villager kind of takes its hands, almost like it's going to like pull its robes apart from behind, but then you watch as like the skin is pulled apart and the worms, like a burrito being split, just fall to the ground with a wet slop and actually are absorbed into like under the robes of the heretic, who you now realize is comprised entirely of worms. No skin suit at all. There is a white mask. They are otherwise just completely worms inside of robes, holding a staff that they are still waving about. And that is where we are going to take our break. So, we will be back in or probably 10 to 15. So take care of yourselves, do the things, stick around. We'll be back soon. Vast and welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Harbingers, the finale, in fact, of Harbingers. If you're just joining us, bold move. I respect it. Let's get back into it. We are top of the order. I need to pick some music here, but Desiree, what would you like to do, as it seems that the whatever plan towards the prophecy of doom that is being enacted here is coming to fruition? What would you like to do next?
Shit. Okay. So I'm gonna do something weird. Let me grab my ruler.
Love weird.
All right. So let's see. Actually, can I get on top of one of these rooftops and just bolt at the heretic out here?
Sure, yeah. Give me an athletics or acrobatics check to jump on the roof, and then after that, yes, you can use the rest of your movement.
All right, cool. So that's a 16. My acrobatics is pretty good, if I remember correctly. I can pull up my character sheet. All right, we got a 25 on acrobatics out here.
More than sufficient. You were able to move the 10 feet on top of the building. You have the remainder of your movement from there.
All right, so let's see. So I have a remainder movement from 10 feet, so it's 20. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna just run and attempt to leap across to the next rooftop.
Okay. Yeah, what is your... No, this is where I need to know your actual score. What is your strength or dexterity score?
My dex is 20, my strength is 10, but my athletics
dex would be
6.
sufficient.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay, then, yeah. So I will just leap across this roof, so that'll be all my movement. My echo can come with... gosh, that is still very far away. I'm regretting making a melee character right now. Let's see. Don't want to...
Way it is, baby.
Yeah,
You don't have 55 movement speed?
No, I sure fucking don't. Not all of us can be as cool as Anubia.
You mean I made a battle that was specifically targeting your weaknesses? That's so crazy. Who would do that?
I don't know. Wild. Let's see. Gosh. Fuck it. I suppose I should just dash. Yeah, fuck it. I'll dash. Let's see how close I can get here. All right, I'm just gonna hop onto this square right here.
Sure.
That's 30. Where can I go? Right here. And I actually would. I can't dash with the echo, so I will bonus action reform it directly in front of me right here. So hopefully it takes shots before I do.
Okay.
And so that would be action, bonus action, movement. That's all I got.
Okay. Can your Can your echo make a dexterity saving throw for me, please?
I believe it uses my things for dex save, so it'll be a +5. That's 14 total.
Okay. Your echo, you watch as it dissipates, as the ground itself seems to be moving, and you realize that's like flowing like waves on a beach are worms. And your echo would take 22 points of necrotic damage and otherwise be blinded and restrained as you see worms trying to crawl up its near incorporeal form that just fall away as that. I believe he said it has 1 hit point.
Yes, it has a single hit point, so
yes.
it'll be dead.
Okay. So you watch as your echo dissipates.
Shit.
Anything else for your turn?
Nah, that's all I got.
Okay, Anubia, it is your turn.
Quick question. Is there any area ahead of me or between me and the heretic that is not wormy? Is there any way to traverse the space on like my coming turn that like doesn't subject me to that?
Yes, so it is 10 feet around the heretic.
Okay, cool.
That is the area of effect of that.
All right, cool.
Okay.
So yes, Anubia, it is your turn.
Yeah. I really don't feel like going all the way around, so I'll just do what Desiree did. Hop on a rooftop and make my way over.
Okay.
That's acrobatics. So do I still use my same acrobatics, or am I rolling a new one?
No, if you're already on the roof, then you're good.
I think I'm on the. I think I have to.
Oh, you're on the ground. Okay, yeah. Go ahead and give me one just to say if you beef it.
Yeah. That's 23.
Okay. Yeah, you definitely get back up there.
We've lost Croak again.
Yes, it looks like Rek might be having some tech issues. We will skip past Croak and give him his turns when he gets back. All good.
So you said it's what, 10 feet to get up to the rooftop? You said.
Yes.
Okay, that's 5, 15.
There we go. All right.
Basically, I'll just maneuver myself right next to Desiree.
You got it. Okay.
I'm not sure what I can do without getting close to him. Yeah, I think I'll hold position for now, I think.
You got it.
Yeah.
All right. Then, Saskia, it is your turn.
Oh gosh, I cannot. How big is this alleyway I'm standing in front of right here?
Let's take a look. The alleyway in front of you, it's pretty narrow. So that one would be tougher to fit through. I would give you maybe half movement to squeeze through that. I think you would reasonably be able to do that. Unless you have anything to like squeeze through tight spaces. I can't remember if that's an Air Genasi thing.
I do not. Hold on.
Okay.
It's a lot faster than going all the way around, and I currently do have Expeditious Retreat. Been doing all this math, and now I'm just like, can I? This is 15 feet in alleyway. What, 10 feet?
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be 30 if I have 70 feet of movement if I movement dash, so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
It's a lot faster than going around. So that would give me an extra 10 feet in an action.
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh. Sorry, my browser fucked up. 10 feet. 5, 10. Okay, wait, this changes a whole lot of things now that I'm really close. Could I? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do now that I'm this close? I did not expect to be this close. Sorry.
I love that concept of D&D of, oh shit, I was successful? Damn, I didn't plan on that.
Yeah, I thought I'd have to like make a check and everything. No, half speed is a lot faster. I will simply because I'm this close. I will use. I'm gonna use. Yeah, I'm gonna cast from my ring.
Okay.
Spell stirring. I have magic missile.
Sure.
I'm going to cast magic missile, which is an auto hit. At
It
the
absolutely
heretic.
is. Yeah.
At the heretic. That is 3 darts of 1d4. Actually, are there any other targets in range? Like, can I see these worm people in the back?
From where you are, I would say no, but you
Okay.
could target the gate, which is technically another target. But as presented to you, because again, there is like this wall, you could like maneuver, 15, 20 feet to the side and maybe target one of the worm folk on the other side. But from where you are, no.
Doesn't do enough damage to be worth it. I will simply magic missile all 3 of them at the heretic. 1d4 plus 1 force damage. Let me roll that real quick. 1, 2, 3. Uh, 5, 6, 7. That is 8 points of force damage to him.
Okay.
Not a lot, but
That's something. And definitely hits. And you watch as each of the bolts strike, each of your missiles strike. Bits of worm go flying off in every direction.
yeah, terrible.
It is terrible.
So Nubia in my range? Yes, she is. Okay. That ends my turn, and then
Okay.
Hostius goes immediately.
Okay. Just moving.
Just moving around, and actually, if he ends up going around that corner, and he is within a range of 100 feet of the heretic.
Yeah, because he'll probably dash. So.
If he doesn't, if he's like at all within 100 feet, even without a dash.
Yes.
I would like him to take a crossbow attack.
Most definitely. Go ahead and roll for that.
That is a 1d20.
+2 to hit.
Yep, +2 to hit. Okay. That is a 16 to hit.
16 does hit.
Awesome.
And it is 1d10 plus nothing. 1d10.
Plus nothing. What is this? Okay, 6 points.
6 points. Pretty solid. Okay. Solid hit from Hostius. All right.
Counts.
It most certainly does. Especially in this case. Great. It is now the heretic's turn. And he is going to... he has essentially stopped chanting at this point. You can hear, like behind him, the sounds of what sounds like bodies like slamming against wood, kind of that soft smacking noise. And he would change again from deep speech to common and say, "You've all been so willing to come forward. Would you like to join the herd, little lambs?" And he is going to walk forward so that you are all in his 10-foot aura. I need dexterity saving throws from all of you.
Everybody within 10 feet of me gets a +3.
Yes, so I'm sorry, a dexterity saving throw from Anubia, Desade, the Knight, and Saskia.
Got a 22 with Saskia's bonus.
Great, 22 does succeed.
I got a 10.
Do you have any rerolls?
I do not.
Okay.
Our knight friend just got a. Oh shit! It disappeared.
Are we allowed to donate our rerolls?
Sure.
I would like to donate a reroll to Saskia.
Okay.
By the way, I got a 30 on my deck save.
Our knight friend got a 9.
Okay.
Oh my god! And then my reroll is a 14. No, wait, that's on the d20. My reroll is actually a dirty 20.
A dirty 20. Okay. That is just enough. It is a DC 19. So, Anubia, what was your roll?
30.
30. Okay.
Bonus.
So, you would watch as the spectral but still solid form of Hostius begins to get just absolutely inundated, just covered in worms. Hostius is currently blinded and restrained as the worms seem to be like covering his face as he goes to swat them away. He is going to take 20 points of necrotic damage, which surprisingly is still standing. So Saskia, if you want to keep track of hit points, that leaves him with 32. And yes, blinded and restrained by the masses of swarming worms. The worms you all were able to kind of stomp away and prevent them from climbing up you. However, he is just going to walk past you, leaving worms in his wake. Desiree, the knight, and Anubia may all take opportunity attacks should you wish.
Would he have been within 10 feet of me?
He would have been, yeah. If you can get an opportunity attack, go for it.
My reach is 10 feet.
Polar Mastery!
I like that you're also like stabbing between your friends.
Precision.
Yeah.
Will an 18 hit?
18 hits. It's a AC of 15.
Okay, cool. Oh, I can get this guy.
Oh, nice. That's a 28.
Oh, that was so close.
Hey, all right. If you did hit, go ahead and give me. And the knight again. Well, I'm sorry. The knight is restrained. The knight cannot take an opportunity attack.
Yeah.
But yes, if you did hit, go ahead and give me damage, please.
10 piercing from me.
Fantastic.
It was a crit, and then it rolled over to a 2. That would
Nubia,
what
about
11 slashing from me.
Okay. All right. Looking unfazed, the heretic kind of just the masked face turns back to you again, just swarming with worms behind it. Come with me, sheep. I shall lead you to the slaughter. Follow me. And continues its movement. That's where it's going to end up for its turn. With that, it is now Croak's turn. Everybody lining that up, yeah.
Okay. Okay. I am going to use a cunning action to dash. I believe from here, where I'm standing, I can get to just past that leftmost opening.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna run. Don't do that. There we go. I'm gonna move up here. And then I'm going to use a interact with an object to uncork a bottle of oil.
Okay.
And then for my action, I'm going to cast Mage Hand.
Okay.
I believe I can move it as part of the action, or is that going to be next turn?
I think you should be able to move it as part of the action.
Okay, then I'd like to move. I'd like to have the Mage Hand take the open oil bottle and move it 30 feet away.
Okay.
So it would be about here.
Okay. That works. Okay.
Then that'll be all I can do.
Okay. So right here, I believe. Okay.
That one more to the left because it can only.
One
be
more to the
10.
left. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's clear that. And yes. And right there. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
With that then, Fia, it is your turn.
Alrighty, it's fine.
It's fine.
Keeps running away. I am at this point. None of my bonus actions work. Well, I am going to fly my 35 feet, I believe. Where am I gonna dash? This is the real question. Let me see what that can do. Since I'm still back here. And now we're here. Okay. Oop-a-doop-a-doo. You know... Oh, that's 30 feet. God damn it. 30 feet. Do-do-do-do. Da-da-da. And all of these are melee, but I can't get to him within melee anyway. Yeah, we're gonna do this and just throw, do what we've been doing and throw a couple more Eldritch Blasts at him because that's... Oh, wait. Yes? Is that true? Oh, no. Actually, what I'm gonna do, since I'm here, since we're close enough, I think it seems like it might not be the worst time ever to hex this guy.
Okay.
Which isn't gonna do me a ton at this moment. But right, I can just do that, is hex. And yeah. Oh yeah. And give it disability on dexterity checks.
Okay.
Why not? Sure. That could be useful.
All right.
And then we're gonna send 3 more Eldritch Blasts at him.
Okay.
Sure. Oh, and hey, Hex works on Eldritch Blast. That's exciting. Because it's attacks. Let's see if it actually worked on him. So the first one that hits, or the first one I don't think hits because it's only a 13, which I don't think hits.
AC 15.
And then 18, the other 2 do hit. It's an 18 and a dirty 20.
Okay.
Cool. So we have... I'm gonna roll these separately. Oh, good. Those are great rolls. 3 points of force damage. And then we're gonna see what this does. And since it's 1d6 on every attack, 9 points of necrotic. See if that does anything.
Yes, it does take necrotic damage.
Heck yeah. Great.
However,
oh dear,
because you fired 3 of your Eldritch Blasts, I'm going to say all 3 do fire at it. One of them, however, does not take the damage because it is going to use its legendary action to essentially catch your Eldritch Blast and fire it back at you. So you are going to take 23 points of force damage as it amplifies your blast back at you.
Motherfucker. Okay, cool. Ow. Fia's looking real hurt at this moment, y'all. Like, real not great. Real bad.
I got you, don't worry.
Yeah. Cool. And then... Oh, after that, ducks down the 5 feet behind the rooftop.
Okay.
Ouch.
There we go. So.
Oh, actually, I should roll for that concentration on that hex too.
Sure.
I believe it's 23. I rolled a 17. That's fine.
Okay.
We're saved.
The villager's turn. Croak, from your point of view, you would watch as the last of these, what's that, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, the last 10 are all going to press themselves through the door. Croak, you would see the door is nearly bursting at this point. The wood is creaking. There is something on the other side that is expanding and pressing against the wood. The chains themselves rattle with every new body full of worms that extends itself into and beyond those gates. And there are splinters being like fractured, like shrapnel that's being cast outwards from this gate. That they are gone. That is it for their turn. Back top of the order with Desiree.
Okay, so this thing's aura. Do you have to make that save as soon as you enter the area, or is it an end of turn thing?
I believe it's when you enter the area.
Great. Okay.
Yeah, it's each creature other than one of these things within 10 feet of the mage. It doesn't even say beginning or end. It's just if you're within 10 feet, you have to succeed on a DC 19 Dex saving throw.
Well, there's nothing I can do from far away, so fuck it, we ball. I am going to say that. Well, first let's see what happens. I'm going to move 30 feet or 25 feet or whatever this distance is to get basically right here. That comes with the dex save. Okay, that is 19 on the dot. Thank God.
Okay, I was gonna, alternatively, you can go the other way around.
No, I want.
Okay.
I want to hit this thing.
Right up on it. Okay.
Yeah. All right. I am. I'm going to play this safe. With my bonus action, I'm going to use my Hexblade's Curse.
Okay.
So I will say, as I run up to this thing, there is just a feral, furious look in my vibrant yellow eyes as I charge this thing, having seen it just attack Fia. And without saying anything, I just run up, and as it is walking away, I just sort of like grab a shoulder and just stab straight through. So I'm going to 2 attacks, action surge, 2 more attacks with Hexblade's Curse.
Okay.
And that's 4 extra damage per attack from the Hexblade's Curse. So
Absolutely.
pull out my character sheet so I can get this math right. All right, first attack. 13 does not hit. Second attack. Okay, 17 hits.
17 hits.
17 hits. 16 hits. 20 something hits. So this is 3d8 plus 11 for each, and then 3d8. So 33 plus.
What?
Where's my d8? I know what a d8 looks like. I've played.
You sure do.
Before.
I believe in you.
33. I'm going to use my Piercer feat to re-roll that. That is much better. So 40. 46. 51 points of damage total. I have just grabbed this thing on the shoulder, and I am just stabbing through repeatedly.
Okay.
In blind fury.
And much as was mentioned in our Discord, much like stabbing Oogie Boogie from Nightmare Before Christmas, you are just getting bugs just spilling out of the robes. Again, you don't really get a lot of reaction from this thing. It's almost like stabbing like a mannequin or a water balloon full of larvae. It's just, it's horrible. But it does turn back to you and says, I see there's at least one wolf amongst these lambs. And a hand sweeps back to slap at you and it says, be gone. And it's going to use its last legendary action to make a slam attack at you, which it rolls a natural 1 on. So, fuck me. That was Very anticlimactic.
So can I would like to potentially turn that around as it reaches this hand back to slap me. I would like to grab its hand as it does. You will find I am much more than a wolf, you piece of shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Damn. And if there's nothing else for your turn, Desiree, it is Anubia's turn.
I mean, see Desiree go ham. Like, Anubia's like, yeah, you're. I'm gonna want a piece of that. So I mean, like, yeah. So I will reposition Anubia with my 55 movement speed to essentially flank it. I'll make the dex save for its aura. That is a 23.
No worms on you.
Yeah, no worms on me. All right. So, let's do my attack option. So I'll do my double attacks. That's 25 for the first attack, and 18 for the second. Alright. Let's calculate that damage. So that's 17 attack. 17 damage, which will be slashing, and I'll use a key point to flurry of blows this thing.
Okay.
Let's subtract key point. Let's roll those unarmed strikes one more time. Okay, this one is an 11, so not hit that one.
Okay.
That's a natural 20 though.
Okay. You may double the dice or double the damage.
Let's double the damage. Very glad I doubled the damage. Alright. D10 plus 5. 14 times 2, 28.
28. Okay.
And lastly but not least, because I hit it with an unarmed attack, I'd like to spend another key point to Nightmare Shroud him.
I will tell you right now, if you want to hold on to that, you have knocked it down below 0 hit points right now. So you would watch as the robes just kind of fall flat and a swarm of insects goes to expand outwards from it like a carpet, just flowing all towards that gate. So if you did want to use your ability on the swarm of insects, because this thing is not necessarily gone, it is just in a different form now, you may do that.
I would definitely like to do that.
Okay, go for it.
Because it still technically hit it, so it's still the same creature, just in a different form, right?
It is, yes, yeah, pretty
Okay,
much. It's
so
a bunch
yeah,
of
so-
little creatures that used to be, yeah, a little more constitution.
Because the prerequisite I had to have hit it with an unarmed strike, so I'm just making sure the wording.
It's a lower AC, so yeah, you have already hit it.
Okay, cool. It has to make a wisdom save.
Okay.
Let me double check my key DC.
It's a 15 minus 2, so 13.
That just barely fails.
Okay.
So because of that, I get to give it 1d6 worth of psychic damage, and it's also frightened of me.
Okay. Unfortunately, this thing is immune to psychic damage.
Sag. But is it immune to frightening, though?
It doesn't say it's immune to fear, so we can say that it is fear. It will use its action to get as far away from you as possible.
Bet. We love that.
Okay. Okay, anything else for your turn?
No, I'll probably just flavor this shroud real quick. So, Anubia just goes to ham, basically just completely destroying the Oogie Boogie sack that was its skin. As it's crawling away, you just see this giant spectral shroud, almost like shroud-like figure of Anubis, almost just materialize behind Anubia, just stare daggers into this thing. That's be like, try me, I dare you.
Love that. Okay, Saskia, it is your turn. And I will note that the knight is freed from its restraint and blindness.
Okay. I will simply walk forward a couple let's say 20 feet here, actually. No, I'll walk diagonally. 15 feet. While I am walking, I will drop concentration on Expeditious Retreat. I don't need that anymore. And I will cast Aura of Vitality using my action. Did that take? This gives it a 30-foot radius, and Fia is still in a 30-foot radius, so I will then use my bonus action to grant Fia 2d6 hit points. I don't know how many that is. Wow, I roll so bad on these. You have 10 hit points. 10 extra hit points now. That's action, bonus action. Issue my commands to our Hostius friend here. You know, what is the math on? You know what? Why not? Is he close enough to this damn thing? I don't think he can move all the way around. Could I, just for fun, ask Hostius to action dash to block this door with Anubia?
Yes, you
If
could.
movement?
Yes, you could have like an opportunity attack, but you're trying to block a swarm of insects, which is
It's true.
kind of tough.
That's true.
But you could absolutely, I believe you do have enough movement for Hostius to, let's see, what's that? 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 45,
I kind of want to just keep
so
eyes
just
on
like right
the
there.
Yes.
Yeah. Sure. All right. Anything else for your turn?
No.
Okay. It is now the remainder of the heretic's turn, the swarm. It is going to use its movement to scurry towards the door. So Desade, Anubia, and Hostius, Ghost Hostius, will have an opportunity attack on it. Please go ahead and make your attacks if you would like.
Is it still Hexblade's cursed? It's still the same creature, right?
Still the same creature, yeah.
All right, then we have 18 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
So quick question. Are we going by the rule that a frightened creature cannot move towards
It's true.
the thing that is afraid of?
Frightening it.
Yes. Hence it's moving away from Anubia. Yeah.
Okay.
But it would have had to approach her to go past.
Yeah, it'd have to approach me to go past, but it can't. So.
Oh, I see. Well, yeah.
There are other doors.
Yeah.
I'm
Could have
just
gone
asking
perpendicular.
Yeah.
At least it wouldn't be able to approach the one that I'm by, I'm assuming.
I see what you're saying. My imagination was it was kind of splitting, like parting around a river, but I see what you're saying, that like Anubia was standing in between. Okay. In that case, let me see if I can do something here. Like, I don't want to be a dick about this, but it is a swarm of insects, so
It's
my
true.
thought is they're either going to like crawl up and over the wall, or they're
No,
going
that's fair,
to
yeah.
go around Anubia.
No.
Like they have enough
That's fair.
movement to
No, that's
get
fair.
to the gate. Yeah.
No,
But
that's fair,
again,
that's
if
fair.
you would like to take your opportunity attacks on it, you absolutely.
I definitely
Absolutely.
will, for sure.
Yeah.
I rolled a 9, don't worry about me.
Is that 21?
Yeah, 21 definitely hits.
8 points of damage.
Okay. All right. Any other opportunity attacks? Okay. This thing had 5 hit points left, which I'm going to translate to 5 of these insects. And those of you who can see, would watch as those 5 last insects push their way through that door. And much as a straw is like to break a camel's back, much as a single drop in a lake is enough to break a dam, you all would watch as those doors split wide. And as the doors break wide open, the bindings shattered on the chains still rattling on their sides, whatever locks bound there in ancient times by magical means, now pushed forward by brute force and worm power. You look into abject darkness. The darkness that has not seen light for time immemorial. And inside something shudders, something beyond ancient, something that once consumed gods. And as this massive writhing structure moves forward into the faded light of Toraling Sin, you would see something that has not been seen since before the deluge, long before the deluge, in fact. And you would watch as a writhing, gargantuan mass would pull its tentacled, worm-like self forward into this city, a city it once sought to claim for itself, in a world it once sought to claim for itself. This is the Doom, and it has been released. To describe this thing in short, it is humanoid, in the sense that there is a medium-sized humanoid, 2 arms, 2 legs that is extending outwards from the base of its neck, attached to one of the great tentacles writhing at its center mass. Everything else are screeching, circular-mouthed worms at the tips of these tentacular structures. All of these arms seeking to feed, to consume, apart from what seems to be guiding it, which again is this lich-like figure. Small tentacles extending out of him as well, almost mummified in appearance. Its eyes sunken long ago into its skull, this crest over its head, and this pale, almost albino coloration to it, as if it is something that has adapted to live where light will never shine. And it looks out again with sightless eyes, and looks at its own 2 clawed hands and the tentacles all about it, and seems to take in a deep breath that it expels with this gaseous cloud, almost like fog, but green and discolored. And in a telepathic voice to all of you, it says, you would be my undoers. Then come forward. Add yourselves to me. Let us conquer this world together. I'm going to roll to add this Eldritch Lich into the turn order. And with that, let's see, we just got to the Heretic Croak. It is your turn.
Okay. You said the kind of like humanoid portion of it was like center mass?
It's kind of like there's okay, if you've ever seen this weird episode of Futurama that was actually one of the movies, everybody is kind of like it's connected by like the base of its neck to a tentacle, and that's what's kind of extended upwards first. It's otherwise a gargantuan creature, but there's like a medium creature that is like the head of it,
so there's like
that is kind of just dangling there.
Okay, so there's like a torso coming out of it.
There is a torso. Yeah, it's a tentacle that connects to the neck of a full body. I will post a picture of what at least the lich part of it looks like to our chat here. And then again, beyond the neck is just swarming tentacles that all have like circular leech-like mouths at the ends of them.
All right. In that case, I'm gonna move up here, right by my mage hand, which is one of my spectral crows, and then I'm going to direct the mage hand up and over to the torso, and with my action, dump the contents of the oil bottle over it.
Okay.
I don't have enough action economy to actually do anything about that, so I'm going to use a bonus action to dash and go back out through this door. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. Hop the fence. I'll go like right here. And that'll be my go.
Okay. Let's see. I still need to put in. So basically, this creature is going to go between Anubia and Saskia. But next up is Fia. So Fia, what would you like to do?
LT, you're muted.
I'm gonna drink a potion of healing.
Mm-hmm.
And is that an action for you or a bonus action?
I consider it a bonus action.
Okay, great. Just to do that a little bit. It's fine. Okay, good. Great when you roll a 1 and a 2. Perfect. So that's then just gonna add my 5 points of healing back. Cool. And is this little statue, does it look over top of the gate?
Yes, the statue does extend, I think, about 5 feet above the gate itself, or above the wall, not above the gate. Well, I'm wondering which statue you mean now.
Sorry, it's the one
3 faces,
does it have
or the
3
one that
faces?
looks like it has wings.
The one that looks like it has wings.
The one that looks like it has wings. There's the wall that has the little entrances to it. That wall is probably about 10 feet tall, and then the statue extends about 15 feet tall.
Okay. I think I can get to the top of that. Not without dashing. Okay, I'm going to... I think I'm just going to fly down my 40... We're going to go right sort of behind the statue in that 40-foot area. Here. And... I'm just gonna wait. And I'm gonna take she's gonna sort of like try and catch her breath here at this moment.
Okay. We're back to top of the order with Desiree then.
All right, cool. Let's fucking do this again. 30 feet up. Do I need to make a check to bamboozle past Hostius and Anubia, or since they're friendly, can I just like...
I think you should be able to squeeze in between them. I don't think there's any main issue with that.
Yeah, so I'll go 30 feet up to this square, and then I will manifest my echo 15 feet away into melee range with the Fang.
Okay.
So let me grab another token for that, and then I can make all my melee attacks from the Echo's space, and so that is what I will do.
Okay.
So she will be right there. And then, 3 attacks. Let's see. 2 from regular attack action, 1 from Unleash Incarnation feature.
Mm-hmm.
Does a 30 will hit. I hope.
30 definitely hits, yeah.
Does a 24 hit?
24 does hit.
And how about a 22?
It definitely hits.
All right, so we have 3d8 plus 21. So that's going to be 27. I'm going to reroll that with the Piercer feat. That's going to be... Shit, I lost my numbers. Uh,
3d8 plus 21.
3d8 plus 21. The first roll was 27. This one would be 32 total. Thank you, Gena. 32, and then 35 points of piercing damage total.
Okay. That was a lot of numbers. I'm trying to keep track. So
Yes.
38 plus 21, those were both damages. No?
No, 35 total.
35 total damage.
35
okay.
total damage, yes. Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, going in.
Total damage.
Poke, poke.
All right. And yes, as you go to stab, I will need a let's see here. I will need a Constitution saving throw from you.
From me or the Echo?
I guess well, you're kind of within range too.
Okay.
So both of you.
Okay, cool. Echo is. Let me actually pull up what my con saves are, if that'd help. Echo is 23.
Okay.
Me is 26.
Great. As you are stabbing, like this horrible desiccated liquid is just bursts. Like you're literally cutting into a worm made of worms, and it's all just goop on the inside, and you were able to dodge out of the way as it spurts out at you. Although from the smell of it, it's not something you would likely want to touch. Great. Okay, so next up is Anubia.
Honestly, yeah, I'm just gonna have to get up in there. Honestly,
Get up in there. Yeah, all up in there.
All in there. Yeah, oh. Yeah, here will do. Yeah, when all else fails, violence. All right, that's a 24 to hit.
That'll hit.
For first attack. 25 to hit for the second.
Okay.
Math. $24 points of slashing damage for the attack, and then I'll do my bonus attack real quick.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Definitely.
Okay. Which will give me 6 additional damage, and because I did hit it, I get to use my. Where's that? What's the name of it? What is the name? Manifest Blow. So this will be doing cold damage to it. So.
Okay.
Only 2d6 worth of damage. 7 points of cold damage.
Okay. Very nice. Anything else for your turn?
That'll be it for me.
Cool. Okay. Let me double check one thing real quick here. Right. Okay. Map. So, check off ruler here. Or that's what I want to do. Okay. I'm going to have the Eldritch Lich here. It begins to kind of summon up some of the energy of the storm that's been raging above you now as this Eldritch face turns up towards the rain, and a single clawed desiccated hand reaches up and starts to summon like the very like essence of petrichor and the ions within the storm itself, and it will generate a lightning bolt. So I will need the Desiree clone, Anubia, the Knight, and Croak, since you were all in that lovely straight line for me, to give me, I believe it's a dexterity saving throw. Yes,
Nice.
A dexterity saving throw, please. DC 17.
I passed. I have 18 plus.
Very nice.
Finally rolled well with a natural 19.
19.
Okay. All right. Believe. Croak, what did you get?
You muted.
27, sorry.
Okay. All succeeded. 11 points of lightning damage then, as you are able to dodge the majority of the damage. And then it is going to take its psychic whisper attacks. It
Hey, sorry, what?
has 2 of these. Yeah, not a careless whisper. These are psychic whispers. So let's see who are good targets for that. Saskia, you seem like a great target, and Desiree Prime seem like great targets for that. Let's get a DC 17 Wisdom saving throw from the 2 of you, please.
You know, I'm not sure I look like a good target. I think this is poor threat assessment.
Don't be so down on yourself. I think you look great.
I roll so bad for myself. That is an 11.
Okay.
Just as a question, can I say for my action that I used it to get a little closer to the statue real quick?
Sure. Yeah.
What was the DC?
17.
17.
Rolled a 17 minus 1 for 16.
Oh!
R.I.P.
So the 2 of you are going to take 20 points each, respectively, of psychic damage, and you are stunned until the end of the Lich's next turn, as your minds are consumed by the incomprehensible whispers of deep speech, as the Lich seems to be trying to take control of you. That is it for good old Lich's turn. So Saskia, you are stunned for your turn.
I'm stunned.
But is there anything else that you would like to?
Can't do anything.
Okay, fair enough. Croak, it is your turn.
Oh boy. Okay. I guess I'll use my bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
And then I have like a clear line between me and him, right? Because he was able to hit me with the lightning bolt.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I will.
Honestly, he's big enough from where you are, you'd be able to see him over the top of the wall.
Okay, then I'll take 2 shots with my short bow.
Okay.
It's going to be 24 and a 19.
Both hit. Is your
Cool.
short bow magical at all? Or
It
magical
is
ammunition
not.
or anything? Okay.
Okay, so that's going to be. First shot is 8 points piercing. I've got some guys next to him, so it'll be sneak
And you
attack.
do get your sneak attack on this too, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you are on the same page.
Okay. That is 13 points of sneak attack damage for the first shot. And then second shot, that is 6 points of piercing plus 3 from the swarm.
So 19, 22. What was the original crossbow strike? Was it 4?
The first one?
Yeah, your first strike before the sneak attack damage.
It was 8.
8. Okay, so okay, cool.
Okay, so then I'll take my movement and I will move over here. Kind of get out of that doorway.
You got it.
Oh, and then Hunter's Mark. Forgot. That's 5.
Additional 5. Oh, right. Very nice. You start to notice that as like these strikes are hitting this thing, which I should note, as strikes do hit it, I will need Desiree and Anubia to give me Constitution saves again, please.
That's not gonna do it. That's a 6 plus stuff.
Okay.
18 for me.
18 is just enough. This is DC 18. So, Desiree, you are poisoned. No damage, but poisoned. All right. However, you are noticing the the form of this thing is having difficulty holding its shape. That some of the, apologize for using this word, some of the tentacles starting to look flaccid as worms seem to be spilling out of it, as in addition to this goo they seem to be forming into once they enter this thing. The lich seems to like almost have difficulty maintaining the elevation in the air. I'm realizing when I say flaccid and the lich is having a difficulty maintaining an erection, that's not what I mean. But you have done a significant amount of damage to this thing. So next up we have Crocus Wet. Fia, it is your turn.
Okie dokie. Cool. Just lining up my dice for what I'm about to do to this fucker. Yeah, why not? Fuck it. Fia is looking rough, but at this point, she doesn't like anything that she's saying, so she flies up above the statue, wings spread in full glory, and just zooms straight towards the lich. Using the move. Yep, I have enough movement to do that. And up in the air naturally, 10 feet above this thing, or above him, which I'm sure that stuff can hit me. And we're gonna do, she draws the whip again, and the flames grow brighter as we use the, which one shall we do? Which of these? Let's do, yeah, we're gonna do the blood curse of the Mart. And we're amplifying that. So that is boop-a-doo, bump-a-da. I'm just gonna take my damage for that first. Okay, sure. Not great, but we're gonna... She looks a little worse for the wear, but that's what we're doing. So we're going for 2 whip attacks. God, I hope these hit at least one of them. Oh, hey, that's not bad. The first one is going to be a 21 to hit. And the second is a 28 to hit. You're muted.
I'm so sorry. Both hit, absolutely.
Great. Cool. And I so apologize to my friends for doing this, but this is what we're doing. And as she does so let's see. This creature, also there's like a weird red glow around him. He is marked, which only really affects me very much. Let's make sure. Okay, cool. And so, I forgot that I had advantage on both. Well, let me roll them again just to see if any of them crit, but
sure.
That's actually only one of them has advantage, but we'll roll to see if one of them is crit. Anyway, it is not, but
sure.
Just for funsies.
Why not?
Why
Doesn't
not?
hurt.
Right, exactly. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do this in stages because there's a lot of stuff happening. So for the whip damage, that is 10 slashing, and again 10 slashing for 20 slashing. For the first one, let's see, that because they are marked, it is 1d6 plus an additional d6 plus an additional d6. So, right? No. Sorry, there's a lot of mental math. Okay. This is the fire damage for the first one, which is 6 fire.
Okay.
And we're going to do the tattoo on Fia's chest glows red. We're gonna pump in some more of that for Sorry, I'm throwing numbers at you because I'm not going to remember any of them.
You're fine. Throw them away.
14 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
And then, I have to double check something on this marked thing. Does it count for the second attack? Oh yeah, no, it totally does. Great, perfect. So then another 11 points of fire damage, and we're gonna use the second of the blood fury charges because they just happen when I want them to, when I attack. So we're gonna.
I was going to say, in addition to Croak's reminder, you do notice that your necrotic damage does not really seem to have much of an effect. Almost like trying to cut through too thick of leather. It doesn't really have the effect you're looking for.
Bummer.
However, because of the oil on the outside and because of the ooze that it has been spilling, both of which are flammable, this thing is now aflame.
Oh, great.
And the ooze that has been spurting from it is also like gasoline is causing it to almost spout flame. So I will also need at the end of all this Constitution saving throws.
Sure.
Actually, we'll call this just dexterity saving throws because this is now fire and poison from Desiree, Anubia, and yourself.
And
But please
Mesa.
finish your damage.
Oh no. Okay. So I would have noticed on the first one that the necrotic didn't really do anything.
Sure.
Okay. Cool. It didn't seem to take that damage at all. Like nothing.
It is completely immune.
Fantastic. Cool. Just should have done exposure. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Good to know. I'll save that then. That's fine. Okay. Yeah. Great. Then I will not use the Blood Fury on the second one.
Okay.
Cool. Question for you. I dealt that damage, even though it didn't receive that. So I wouldn't be getting that. Right? That's how.
Yeah, I don't think you get that feedback. Yeah.
Only because this is a wording thing, and this is just a. Okay, let's see.
It didn't take the damage, so I don't think it would affect you as a blood hunter.
Well, it was more because it says that if I gain a number of hit points equal to the necrotic damage dealt.
Ah, I see. Yes. You dealt the damage, it just didn't take it. I will give you the hit points. That's fine.
Okie dokie. Cool. And I forgot what I said for that one. That was 14. It was 14. So I get, I believe, half of that back. Yes. Oh no, I get equal to. Great. Hooray.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay.
So anything else for
That's
your
my
turn?
turn.
Okay. So then dexterity saving throw from Anubia, Desiree, and Fia, please.
Dexterity save. Perfect.
It's an 18.
Dex, you said?
Dex 18.
Rolled a whole 7, and
Okay.
my dex save is not plus 11, so not gonna do it.
Okay.
I rolled a
Dirty
nat.
20.
So does a 34 dex save?
34 will do it. Anubia,
Great.
what was yours?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay. You were able to dodge the flames. However, Desiree, you do take 14 points of fire damage. Okay. Next up, we have Desiree. Poisoned.
Poisoned
Not
and
down.
stunned.
And stunned, but not down, and aflame.
Yes.
Is there anything you can do while stunned?
There is nothing I can do at the moment.
Okay. Anubia, then it is your turn.
Oh no, Croak!
Croak will return. We appreciate your patience during these technical difficulties. So he's back ready.
All right. Anubia being there. I mean, yeah. I'll just beat the shit out of him.
Okay.
Say 22 and a 25 for attacks.
Both will hit.
$17 damage for those. I'll do my bonus unarmed strike attack for martial arts, which will miss. But since I was able to hit him, I will proc my manifest blow, so some extra cold damage coming his way.
Okay.
6 cold damage.
6 cold damage. All right. Anything else for your turn?
That will be it. Yeah.
I think it's about time I started using some of these good old legendary actions. Let's see. It is the Eldritch Lich's turn anyway. So those of you who are stunned will no longer be stunned at the end of this turn. However, it is going to try to take an extra Psychic Whisper per its legendary action on this turn. So we are going to do a Parasitic Tentacle attack towards Desade, just being held in place right there. So Desade, that's a 21 to hit, and you're stunned anyway.
I'll do it.
Yep. So Desade, let's do a couple of rolls here. You are going to take, what is that? 27 points of piercing damage. And
Oof.
was it 29 points of necrotic damage.
27, 29.
27 and 29. And then I will need a DC 17 Constitution saving throw. Actually, I'm sorry, you're already poisoned. Don't even worry about it. Can't poison you twice. But you can, at the end of your turn, save for the poison. So actually, you could save for the poison and try to get poisoned again this time if you'd like, since you did have a turn go past.
I mean, I'll try it. The number's not great, but let's see what happens. So
DC 17.
Save against first poison.
Yes, DC 17. So you'll need to roll 2 Constitution saves. Both need to be above 17.
Well, the first one's a 2, so not happening.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
All right. I recommend succeeding in the future. Okay.
Working on it.
Next up, Psychic Whispers are going to go out to Fia, Croak, and Anubia, since Saskia is still caught in those. So I will need a DC 17 Wisdom saving throw from the 3 of you, please.
While I'm here, I remembered that I am concentrating, so I just rolled a con save, and
Sure.
it was a, what was it? It was 21 and a half, so that's a 10 or something, but I rolled a 15, so it's fine.
Cool.
Just
I'm
above.
gonna use a reroll on that one.
Okay. Fia?
Right.
All right.
That is
15.
an 18.
Okay, 18 will do it. Anubia, what was yours?
Thankfully, also an 18.
And Fia, what was yours?
15.
15. Okay. Fia, how high in the air were you?
Is he on the ground?
Yes, in the sense that like there's a massive tentacles that are all kind of like swarming about. It's like an octopus is kind of, all like holding itself up, but also off the ground.
I am 10 feet above like the Elder Lynch's head.
Okay. All right. Well, let me at least give you your damage here.
Yeah.
So you are going to take, what is that? 18 plus 4, 22 points of psychic damage, and you are stunned.
Okay.
So then, are you down?
No.
No. Okay. So then, to an additional 7 points of bludgeoning damage as you land amongst the Eldritch Lich.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. Great. Love this. All right. Next in the order then is Saskia. So you are no longer stunned. You maintain concentration. What would you like to do?
Can I concentrate if I'm stunned?
Yeah, I think you can, because you're not like mentally, you just can't move. I'm gonna say yes. Whatever the rules say, I'm gonna say yes. More fun that way.
What would okay, so bunch of questions I have here. What do I understand about this thing, like as a this darkness and doom thing? Do I know anything about the way this thing reacts to light?
I love that question. Please give me a history check or an arcana check.
Both are the same. Please roll well. Fuck. I rolled a 5.
I will give you an advantage on this because of previous experience.
That was worse. That was a 2.
Wow. Okay. I don't know. I mean, it's It's been in darkness for a really long time. Like, it might not like light. It might love it. It might really miss it. Like, it could be like a cave fish, but they say absence makes the heart grow stronger. I don't think that's going to make a cave fish grow its eyes back.
I have only one action, is the problem. And there are so many things I could do with it. Sure, why not? I am going to use my last 3rd level spell slot, so nobody die. Can't fix it. To cast Daylight at the top of the statue. That is a 60-foot radius, so that is 60 feet in all directions. Just so that everybody sees how big that is. That's basically the entire map. From there. I don't know what this will do, but that's what I got.
Saskia, you would watch as the Eldritch Lich, I mean, eyeless in and of itself, but just the sheer brightness of the daylight seems to almost burn its skin. I'm going to think about how much damage this does, because it will do damage, but it otherwise is at disadvantage for literally everything at this point. And I'm going to say you have removed its legendary actions as well. This thing is the antithesis of daylight. It has existed in darkness for so long. I can't think of anything that would be weaker too.
Go.
So amazing choice on that.
Yeah. Derek, just as a point of order,
yeah,
there's an additional 4 points of like slashing damage, because that I forgot to account for because I'm a hexblade person.
That 4 actually, like, typically I'd be like, okay, but like that actually matters at this point. So yeah, I'm actually even going to. Boy, this thing could actually teleport, but it would still be within the daylight at that point. So it's not even going to be able to teleport at this point. Cool.
I still have a bonus action if we're still doing things.
Yes, please.
Unfortunately, Fia is out of range of my aura. Desiree does not look great, right? Oh, shit.
Sure don't.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my bonus action to give you 2d6. Oh, my tablet is freaking out. I actually, no, that's only 10 points. 10 points.
10 points to Desiree. Okay. And you also have your knight, and I think your knight could technically do something. Well, I guess you couldn't give a verbal command last time, but...
No, but I can do so now. It does not take an action for me to do so.
Okay.
Getting up close is bad. Yeah, no. I was not thinking about what the heck he does. Actually, what he's going to do is he's going to use this leadership action. He's got one of them. I don't know what it means. It says, for 1 minute, the knight can utter a special command or warning whenever a non-hostile creature can see within 30 feet of it, makes an attack roll or a saving throw, and the creature can add a d4 to its roll. A creature can only benefit from 1 leadership die at a time. I'm going to give that to... Who is... 30 feet. I think that's everybody's 30 feet. Alright, who is in a really bad situation right now?
Fia is stunned, if that helps.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll give
stunned
it to
and
Fia.
in the massive tentacles.
Yeah, I will give it to Fia, this d4.
Okay.
What does the d4 do?
To your next saving throw or attack roll.
Thank you.
And I think a fair amount of damage for daylight might be 4d8. I think that's what I'm landing on right now.
4d8?
So if you want to roll 4d8 for me.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my gosh. Okay, I actually rolled decently. That is 21 points.
21 points. Okay.
It's mostly 3s though.
Okay. I typically don't do this, but this monster has 69 hit points left. Nice.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Next in the order, or actually, Sasuke, did you want the knight did the leadership thing?
Yes,
That's right.
leadership.
Okay. So Croak,
stay where
it
he
is your
is.
turn.
All right. I think having watched Fiag drop out of the air in front of the Doom, Croak is going to use a cunning action to dash back. So I have enough movement to get to here, and then get to here. And I'm going to pull out my short sword and start stabbing.
Go for it.
All right, so 2 swings. Where's my D20? Here we go. That is a 22 on the first one and a dirty 20 on the second.
Definitely hit.
Cool. Okay, first attack is 9 points piercing. This is the magic sword.
Mm-hmm.
And then plus 11 points of sneak attack. And then for my second swing, that is another 9 plus 3 for the swarm, and then for Hunter's Mark, that is 4.
Okay. Fantastic. Anything else for your turn, Croak?
I think Croak's just gonna open his beak, and you would hear like a dog growling.
Fantastic. Okay. With that, then we are to Fia.
I'm stunned.
You are stunned.
She just
stunned
lets
and
out-
stunning.
Oh. She just lets out the loudest, most piercing harpy screech, like that she can possibly create. Just ringing tendinitis everywhere. That's
Fantastic.
all I can do. Just
All right.
yell, just screaming.
Alrighty then, we're back to top of the order with Desade. So Desade, you can shake off your poison at the end of your turn. Are you stunned right now?
I am not stunned anymore.
You are not stunned. Okay.
You were merciful to me last attack round. All right, let's fucking go. So I'd like to think that Fia's harpy scream has kind of like shaken me out of the stun and out of the funk of the poison, as much as that can be done. Self-preservation drive has just completely switched off at this point. I'm just going to charge a bitch and see what happens. But not without dropping another echo in first, because I could really use that extra attack right now. So I'll drop her in right here. I'll move myself in here. Would I get any bonus from flanking it, or is that immaterial at this point?
If you have sneak attack, I typically give it for that, but
Yeah,
I don't typically do like advantage for flanking.
All right, cool. So
Especially
let's roll.
with 5 of you and all the melee. Yeah, a big enough creature at a certain point, you're all going to be around it.
Oh no, I'm the same way. So let's roll some disadvantage. All right, first attack we have 3. That's not going to do it. Second attack. All right, first one's 15, second one's 17, so that will hit. Let me pull up my character sheet. And then third attack. That's a 16 and a 20, so 2 hits.
2 hits.
So 22 damage. No, not 22 damage. 14 damage plus.
Okay.
14 plus 7, 21. And plus another 7 is 28 points of piercing damage.
Damn. Okay. Looking real fucked up. I will still need dexterity saving throws because this thing is still spouting flame. Sophia, that's an automatic fail from you, but Anubia, Desade, yeah, I believe that's, and I guess the Echo as well. It's hard to tell what's in
Echo is going to be down, and my save is a 14.
Okay. All right.
I would need to pick one too, right? Because
yes, I'm trying to tell who's all in there. Croak, I believe. Yes, you are in there. So yes.
All right, 27.
Derek, what did you say the DC was on this?
17.
Okay. That is a math. If I can math for a second. 18.
Okay. I rolled terribly. If you got below 18, you get 5 points of fire damage.
All right, not bad.
I'm going to use my reaction and spend absorb elements to.
Okay. Okay. All right then. We are now to Anubia.
It's how messed up is this thing looking right now, Derek?
Pretty messed up. Less than 50 is what I'll give you.
Okay, that's fair. I'll take that.
Fewer than 50.
I will take that. All right. Yeah. We live by Anubia's motto. Violence is not a question. Violence is not an answer. It's a question, and the answer is yes. So let's go attack. That's a 21 for the first attack. Dirty 20 for the second. So let's roll damage. The greatest. Roll double ones on my damage, so it's 12 damage for that.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna spend a key point to do flurry of blows. So
okay.
I would like to do that. Yeah, that's nice. Love having multiple key points where I can just spend it and do this. So 2 more on our strikes. That is a 22.
Okay.
First one. 28 for the second one.
All right. Okay, so. All right. Anubia, that is just enough. However, I am going to use, well, trying to think. I don't want to be a dick about this. It's
the finale, Derek. It's the finale.
I know.
It's the finale.
Okay. It's almost enough. It has an ability that it hasn't, like, I haven't said. It gets extra hit points based on certain things. So it has. If there's anything else you can do, you can take this thing out.
I still have my manifest blow that I haven't done yet.
Okay. Depends on the type of damage.
Cold type.
You might get it.
I swear to God. I swear. Nine?
So close.
No!
So incredibly close. Okay. Hate to draw this out. I try to play my monsters as if they are trying to survive. This is the doom of all worlds.
Very exciting.
It is going to use its spellcasting, dispel magic, and target the daylight. It is a spell of 3rd or lower, so the daylight is dispelled. I am then going to use all of its remaining legendary actions as well as its normal actions. However, first, it is going to use its reaction from the damage to teleport 60 feet.
Where we go?
Teleport? I'm sorry?
Yes. It typically could teleport anytime that it takes damage, but this is the first time you've actually got it scared. It is then going to take a parasitic tentacle attack at Saskia. Remind me, is Desade still poisoned? Did she succeed on that?
I didn't check at the end of my last turn.
Go ahead and give me a roll
check
for
that
that.
now.
Yeah,
Con
DC
save?
17. Yes.
Okay, that'll actually do it. That's 15 plus my con bonus, which is more than 2.
Fantastic. Does it? You almost noticed for a minute there, like you were starting to like sweat a lot, and I'll just tell you this now because I don't think this can affect any of you. If you had failed that save 3 times, you would have turned into a gibbering mouther.
Yikes.
Oh.
There's no coming back from that. Saskia, however, that is
God
going
damn.
to hit you, and then I am going to take, let's see, Psychic Whispers at just all of you, I guess.
I do know my AC is now 18.
Yes, it rolled an 18 plus 8.
Okay.
So,
okay.
yes, it is, yeah. Actually, I think I've got another lightning strike, so I will do, instead of Psychic Whisper, at Anubia and Desade, and then I'm going to do a lightning bolt, which is going to go basically right in the middle, so I'll need a dex save from Anubia, Croak, Desade, and Fia.
Am I still stunned?
You are still stunned, so unfortunately
Great.
we'll take the full brunt of that.
Wait, so am I doing both the save for the Psychic Whispers and the Lightning Bolt, or?
Yes, so
Okay.
DC 17 Wisdom save for the Psychic Whisper, and then a DC 17 Dexterity save for the Lightning Bolt.
Okay.
How much damage does the Psychic Whisper do? Because I failed.
That is a good question. The Psychic Whisper is... let's see. So I have dice rollers because this is all a lot of damage. The Psychic Whisper will do 31 points of damage if you do not succeed.
Then
on
I
this.
am down prior to the lightning strike.
Yikes.
Okay.
Yike. 21 on both my Wisdom and my Dex saves.
Okay. So you are successful in that. So, Anubia, you will only take 15 points of lightning damage. Otherwise, Fia, you take 31.
I am down.
Okay. Desade, you've automatically failed a death save. Croak, what was your save?
23.
Okay, you also only take 15 points of lightning damage. And then, Saskia, don't think I forgot about you. You are going to take 26 points of piercing damage.
I'm fine.
And
Nice.
then 24 points of necrotic damage. And I'll need a Constitution saving throw DC 17.
Was that 26 and then 21?
26 and 22.
22? I have a lot of hit points, ma'am. I started with 102.
Yeah.
And then a con save?
Then a con save.
17.
Just okay. You are not poisoned. That is the last ditch effort of this lich, which apparently is also a tongue twister. Out of legendary actions, out of really anything for its turn, and with fewer than 10 hit points left, Saskia, it is your turn.
All right. How important? This looks real important that this needs to go down now.
Yeah.
Right?
It's very.
Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a lot of risk here. I'm going to drop Aura of Vitality, because I don't think we can wait here. Well, actually, no, let's go big here. We're at the fountain. Let's go big here. I'm going to drop Aura of Vitality. I'm sorry, guys.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Thunderous Smite as my bonus action.
Go. Sorry.
And then I'm going to, just for fun, I will declare in advance. This thing is within 10 feet of me, is it? How far is 10 feet? Do these tentacles count as 10 feet? I've never been in melee with this thing before.
They do. This is a gargantuan creature, so yeah, the tentacles are part of the form of it. So you are within 10 feet.
Okay. I will announce now that if I hit, I'm just going to dump a smite into this, even though I know it's overkill if I hit. Because I will, in case I roll like garbage.
To be fair, no kill is better than overkill.
I will take my glaive and I will take my 2 attacks. Oh god, that is an 18 to hit.
Definitely hits.
It definitely hits. So that would be 1d10 plus, I don't remember how much smite is. 1d10 plus 2d6 thunder damage plus, I also have improved smite, so that's 1d8 before the 3rd level smite.
Okay.
And then I feel like even just minimum damage really does it. Oh god, I gotta write this. Sorry.
Minimum damage, you would be 1 hit point away.
1d.
You roll
what
a
did
1
I say?
on everything, it will have 1 hit point remaining.
What did I say? 1d8
Croak,
plus 2d6
croak.
plus 1d8. And then what is the 3rd level smite? I play a paladin all the time, but I forget what this is.
3rd level smite would be 3d8, I believe.
3d8?
Oh, yeah.
No, 4d8. Because 1st level would be 2, and then it's
3,
an
4,
additional
so
one
it's 48.
for everyone.
I love playing with people that know the rules. There's no way I could
Yeah.
possibly memorize that.
And then plus 3. Oh god. What is this? 1d10.
Let's go math.
1d10.
Roll
plus
above a 1 on any of them,
2d6.
and you've got it.
plus
Unless you
1d8.
want to know your damage, in which case I wouldn't blame you for that.
I want to know what damage this is.
Yeah, go for it.
Overkill. Overkill.
Oh god, I rolled this wrong.
Overkill. Overkill.
I rolled this wrong. Those are all d10s.
Oh.
Jesus Christ. That is 43 points of damage.
Saskia, would you like to describe how this thing goes down?
Oh my god. Oh god. So, he dispelled my daylight spell.
Sure
I'm
did.
so mad about that. Everybody's down. I'm doing a bad job as healer this time, okay? I am going to just take my glaive. Actually, I'm gonna walk up 5 feet, because I'm like real confident in this now. And I'm basically, when I cast the smite on it, it looks like a really small daylight spell at the end of my polearm. And when I hit it, it's a thunder smite, but I'm going to say that the storm that we're in makes the thundering sound. So when I'm so nervous, guys. So I'm just going to do it's a really simple thrust. I'm not Desiree, and I'm not a Nubian, I'm not everybody else here. I'm not actually a whole big martial person. So it's just a really simple thrust in, lightning crack, and then just straight up out over my shoulder. And that's it.
Okay.
Gotta faint, guys.
This thing fills with light where you can almost see like almost X-ray, like it was struck with lightning. And almost like a reverse lightning strike, that light expels outwards and upwards. And this thing just disintegrates. The entire form of it just exploding and then imploding with this blinding light that extends outwards, the true light of a paladin. And for the first time since I think you've been on this island, since you first traversed into the jungle, the rain stops. And the storm clouds just fade. And here, with the smell of petrichor and of singed necrosis, it all just fades to where it's silent. You are victorious.
As Fia on the ground, looking awfully chitty and unconscious, there's a slight glow from a small lantern that she carries at her hips, and this sort of white misty spirit comes out and surrounds her, and she is stabilized. Just as a
Fantastic.
heads up. So she breathes, but barely. She's still not awake, but she's breathing.
I think Croak is going to reach into one of his pouches and pull out these like very strong smelling herbs and just like hold them under Fiok's nose to cast Cure Wounds.
Oh. Thank you.
Cure Wounds is how much?
1d4? No, I'm thinking of a healing
1d6.
potion. 1d6, yeah.
I'm gonna roll a death save real fast.
D6.
No, it's 1d8.
Yeah, let's anybody wants to stabilize Desiree. Desiree, go ahead and roll a death save.
I would, yeah, I can probably do that. I should have some healing potion somewhere.
Folks, we got bad news.
Fiok, you heal for 7.
Thank you.
What'd you roll, Alex?
We rolled a 1.
Oh no!
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 No.
Nope, none of that. I have healing potion. You take that.
I already is that 1 fail because of the lightning strike.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
I'm still
So-
coming around.
I think I'm dead.
No. You've got some people to protect. I ain't letting you down that easy.
So, Alex, I did message you something. So this is, player autonomy and all that. There are a couple of paths out of this, should you want it. But if this is the end of Desidee's story, I let it be on you.
I think this can be the end of her story.
No.
No! No!
I feel like the most honest and true path forward here is playing it straight.
Far away, the terror specks Evander Acreus, the Owlin who sent you on this mission, who has been rolling the bones every day and has been rolling a 5 ever since, for the first time, rolls a 4. And his head bows, and he blows out a candle.
Fia, just awoken, looking absolutely like garbage, rolls over and sees Desidee and crawls over to her and kisses her. I'm sorry. This isn't fair. But if this is what the Morrigan wants, I've already asked so much of her.
Desidee,
And just caresses her cheek.
as your spirit leaves your body, the blade reaches for you, for your soul, trying to hold it tight. I did not give you permission to leave. I'm sorry that I couldn't save you. I have failed so many times. And as you don't reach back for it, its spectral hand falls away, and you pass to where all harbingers must go. For you defeated the doom before it could claim you. You, much as the Morrigan warned, Fia did not belong to the doom. At the end of the day, you were able to dispel its evil. Is there a particular spirit or goddess that Desidee attached to the Harbingers? Was it the Morrigan, or was it like Anubia looks to the psychopomp Anubis, or some look to the Valkyries, or some look to Sholotl? What if any would be the person to welcome Desidee on that other side?
I think that if if Desidee truly had any faith in any sort of higher power, it would have been Lol. It would have been the god of her people that saw them through. The deluge was surely a catastrophe on the surface, but underground, if at all possible, it might have been even more so. And
So I have to ask you this then, since this is something we've established about Lolth in this world. Are you an old school worshiper of Lolth where she has a spider lower half, or are you of the new school where she has a crab lower half now? Are you a Lutheran or are you a Catholic? That's what
right. How long ago was the deluge? Because I think
a few hundred years, about a millennia.
I think Desiree is young enough to only have known a crab love.
Okay. So Desiree, in the depths of the Shadowfell, you find yourself walking underwater without any issue breathing for perhaps the first time in your life. And as the shroud is pulled forth and the gate to your afterlife is revealed to you, you receive the final passage of the Harbingers. Be at rest. The rest of you would watch as the town seems to come to life. All of the people that had been hiding in their homes, this village not actually lost, but inhabited for all of these centuries, these millennia, since it supposedly was found once and then lost forevermore, come out in the traditional clothing and the traditional style of life that they have lived for all this time. And they all congregate about you and they bow. And bells are rung, not bells of victory, but just bells of solemn, holy recognition. And you look around at the shrapnel of wood that had been splintered everywhere, at the desiccated ashes of all of the worms that once created the doom. And the night sky is open above where you can see stars. What would you all like to do?
Is anyone going to be carrying Desiree's body back?
She pledged herself to be. Do we know that about Desiree's deal to be a justicer of the village?
Desiree did make the announcement in front of all of you. That was what she gave to the Gate Guardian, was that she was going to stay here. I don't necessarily know that anyone besides Saskia would suspect that it is connected to her weapon.
I just figure that she pledged herself at the last to be part of this village. She might as well stay. I
will also say that you all are harbingers. I can't imagine that what happens if I die is not a conversation you all have like every single day. So if Desiree did have like, you know, desires to be cremated, buried at sea, buried, you know, where she falls, buried under a tree, whatever, I think that is probably something that you all would be aware of. So we could respect Desiree's wants on those as well.
I don't think she ever would have given any particular indication of like, this is what I want to be done with my remains. And I would say with like a pretty high degree of certainty that like if Desiree had a home or has a home, you don't really know where that would be.
Thea would know it's not the Harbingers though.
Yeah, you would know that much for sure.
Desiree was never. The Harbingers was not the calling that it was for many of us. She said she'd stay in the village. I think if she'd want to be anywhere, it might as well be here. Besides, we all know she's not really here.
And if you would like to know traditional drow burial rites, you can roll a religion check with disadvantage.
I'll do that. Oh, we're rolling bad to the end, baby. That is a 4.
I'll take a crack at it.
I would get. Ooh, maybe not. Never mind. Nope.
A 15.
Would drow be considered fae?
No.
Okay, great, perfect.
Which sucks because I got a nat 20 as my first roll.
I think a 15 is enough, though. It is because drow are so rare. Their burial rites are very specific, and it's hard to know. But a 15 is an above average roll. I think that you would know that the few drow who do come to the surface, it is the most customary, respectful act to sail your ship to the deepest part of the ocean, wherever it is blackest beneath. Wrap the body in silk, spider silk if you can find it, but a silken robe, a silken blanket, anything works, and anchor them and drop them. Return them to their home in the Underdark.
I think Nubia would suggest that we follow those rites, considering there isn't really much else that we know what that Desiree would want us to do in this situation.
Yeah, she was a real jerk.
Yeah.
While we're all figuring this out, I will pick up the axe. Well, it's a rapier now, unless it reverted to an axe on her death.
It is still a rapier.
I'll pick it up for a conversation. Not really pledging myself to anything here at the moment.
The voice comes through your mind. I am sorry for your friend.
Losing many friends of ours that belongs to you these days. And where would you like to go, my friend?
Where I can enact justice best. Should that be your hand, I will endeavor to keep you safe, though my track record is lacking. Should you have someone else in mind that could bear me well, I will go there willingly.
My answer remains the same as it was the other day. I don't.
Oh, come on, I'm super cool. I'll be a glaive.
I'll be a glaive.
No, it doesn't say that, but that would be, yeah.
But I
Be
can
whatever you want me to be. Sorry, go ahead, Gena, please.
I can possibly find you someone else. I think you're running out of options here on this isle. We can travel here for a moment. Not me, but maybe another.
The evil of this island has been defeated. I do not feel I am needed here anymore, but other places I can still go.
That makes two of us.
Yours was the hand that defeated this evil, and I trust that you will place me where I am needed most. Do not waver, however, because I find your hand to be a comforting one, and I will ask more ardently, should this take too long.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. I might consider it, but I like to take my time on these things, so maybe you're gonna have to learn patience.
I hear Paladin Warlock is a super broken build, so if you want to do
totally
it,
broken. Yeah, it's,
the temptation.
Especially Hexadin.
I'm just saying, right?
Just saying.
Just
saying.
Oof.
I will indeed stow our dear friend here for now to mull it over. Who knows? Maybe.
Okay. So, what is the plan then? To return back? Okay.
We have to report back to the Harbingers at some point. What happened? If you think, Anubia, if you think that's the best for Desiree, I won't say, I won't stop you. Croak, glad you're back. And I think Fia, I think as they head back, Fia's real quiet through most of this, spending not really chatting with anybody, and sort of that like cocky confidence that she normally has is not there.
Croak doesn't say anything, but he will hold Fiok's hand on the way back.
Just smiles at him.
Your journey through the jungle, retracing your steps, is uneventful. You pass back by the Battle of Kabdek, the coast's settled. You climb down the mountain, the Yeti, no longer an issue. Through the trail that you blazed, which has already tried to regrow itself, the jungle ever just growing, especially with the rain pouring down. But now no longer pelted by the constant dampness and humidity, the travel seems almost downhill in a way. Made heavier by the bearing of your friend, unable to walk on her own feet. You all return to the port of Kian Thray, to the Halcyon. There is a disquiet as you pass through town with a body. And even as you were to travel out of Torling Sin, the bowing villagers, saying no words but ringing their bells, would bow to you. The gate guardian returning to form to bow its head for you, opening the gate once again. And even now, again, you feel that same energy in Torling Sin, where you all are recognizable as harbingers, and yet you bear one of your own. That is a dark day for anyone. And the smile of Captain Zara fades very quickly as she sees you all approaching. Fia, you and Croak seem rather silent, so instead she turns to Saskia. We will ensure that her body is kept as safe as possible, and its voyage will be unmarred.
Yeah.
The weeks pass as you travel. We're burying at sea. Is that the plan?
Mm-hmm.
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Zara provides you with a silken shroud that had been in her family for quite some time. It is not enough to cover the entire body of Desiree, and yet it is all that you have. And passing just south of Karina, she informs you this is perhaps the deepest part of the ocean that you will encounter. Are there any rites or any passages you all would like to make for the final voyage of your friend?
I'll tuck a feather in Desidee's hair. Actually, 3 feathers probably, I'll be honest.
Yeah. I think Anubia would probably she'd want to probably do something of her own. She happens to have like I want to say like gold makeup, but like gold like war paint almost. She'll basically paint on an eye of Anubis onto Desidee's left eye. Mutter, may Anubis watch over you as you make your way to the final embrace. Rest well, dear friend. And she'll lay a soft kiss on her forehead.
Not to take away from any of that, but I just love that it's probably a little dog lick, just a little nib.
Can I say, because I had the key to Twirling Sin before, and remembering what Desiree had done to cover up General Tacitus's tracks, could I say that I would have taken it with me And as we're preparing, I would put it in her hands so that she can take it with her to help protect Torlingson even as she goes out.
Absolutely.
I think Croak will summon some of his spectral flock, but this time instead of ravens and crows, it's seagulls, and they'll kind of circle over wherever they drop off Desidee's body.
And Come Sail Away starts playing because it's a flock of seagulls.
God damn it.
You'll watch as Desidee's, what used to be Desidee, sinks into the ocean, weighed down by the wealth that she carried in life and by that which she now bears in death. And into the depths of her body roils. Desidee, your soul long passed on to an afterlife of your choosing. Someone of your service with enough gods on your side, I think deserves at least that. Your travel continues. Yeah, please.
I want to say that night after the letting Desidee's body go, Thea would go to the highest point she can on the ship, not even above the crow's nest, because she wants to be as inaccessible to others as possible. And looking up at the stars and have a moment checking in to see if the Morgan is there, and even if she's not, it's fine.
Want to roll me a religion check?
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a 7. Yeah. We sent another one of the Harbingers off to you. Honestly, I'm surprised it should have been me. I felt like it should have been me. We won. We stopped whatever this doom was, however long it's been building, and I didn't even get to see it. It feels... You said I should do this for me, and it feels empty somehow. I'm still yours. Whatever you want, anything you ask. Just wish it didn't feel like this.
A hand touches your shoulder.
Yeah,
don't turn around.
She closes her eyes.
I knew you couldn't stay away. I should have known better than that. Thea considered our deal to be complete. I asked. She gave. You gave. That is the price. Fate can be bent, but it can never be broken. That is the lesson. You can choose to play to get the game or not play. But a piece for a piece is still part of the rules. Enjoy the time you have with your brother. Desiree will be just fine. And the hand, wispy and cold, is gone. Louise continues. Sorry.
Theo just shakes her head.
The weeks continue to where you all are just within sight of Raven Rock. And as you all return to the home base of the Harbingers from whence you left, that is where we're going to end. Your own epilogues, I'm sure, to be decided on future episodes of Horizon's Call, where you all are definitely going to guest, because you all have amazing characters. Or maybe in the Battle Royale, where I pit you all against the main cast. It's actually fair now. It's enough players, because Destiny's dead. I'll just be your ghost on the sidelines.
Oh, we'll still win.
They gotta fight Croak and Anubia. That's an uphill battle for sure.
Right, yeah. Thank you all for joining us for the finale of Harbingers. We went long, but hey, it's a finale. Thank you to my wonderful players with whom I could not have done this, and the amazing character choices that they chose. I'm going to go around and have these lovely people say a little bit about themselves and where you can find more of them, and I highly encourage you to do so. Then we'll do some channel bullshit, and then I will let all these lovely people go for the night. But this is the finale. This was the finale of Harbingers. Thus it ends. The doom defeated, the prophecy restored, and you all get to move on to fight the next prophecy of doom, because it's not done yet.
It's never
If I can get
over.
these people back together, trust me, there's going to be a season 2.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go ahead and go around. So, Abhishek, if you don't mind starting us out, where can we find more of your lovely
sure.
self?
Yeah. Hey everyone, again, my name is Abhishek Matange. I'm a voice actor who loves talking about the nerdy side of things, especially the tokusatsu side of things. So any Power Rangers, Super Sentai, Kamen Rider, Ultraman, hell, like even Metal Heroes, like feel free to send a DM my way to talk about it. You can find me over on Twitter at neon_Raiden. You can also find me on Blue Sky at neon Raiden, no underscore this time. And you can also find me over on Instagram at Abhishek Matange_VO. I'm in a couple projects that I cannot talk about just yet, but stay tuned for that. And yeah, I've had a lovely time playing Anubia, honestly. Easily one of my most favorite characters I've ever made today. So
Very badass character. Absolutely wonderful having her in the game. Look forward to even more. I have plot points in mind if schedules line up. Yes, please check out Abhishek in all those places and many more. Go ahead and follow them on all the social medias as well. Alex, can we find you anywhere?
Sure can't.
Love it.
At least not for now. All I can say is that I will be returning to this channel for sure. Keep an eye out for things that may be happening this summer. That's all I got. I had a great time. Yay.
Beautiful. Thank you, Alex. Next up, LD.
Oh, hi, everybody. I'm LD, or the Lady Dame. You can find me on all social medias at the Lady Dame, or at least that's where you can find me everywhere important. Twitter, Blue Sky. I'm a variety streamer on Twitch, although right now we're just playing a lot of heckin' Dragon Age during the day. I am also one of the truly fantastic, fabulous. We're both super fantastic. Host of the Monster Crush podcast with the wonderful Derek Sword here, who is maybe still a little bit dead to me right now, but it's fine. It's fine. We do have an episode coming out pretty soon. I'm not sure when. That's on Derek's schedule. But I can say what the one we just recorded is real fun. Very exciting. There's a surprise twist at the end of this episode, at the end of the next episode, in fact. Shockingly enough. What else am I doing? Oh, also, I'm an affiliate for Friday Afternoon Tea, which I'm going to give them a shout out because they're wonderful and we love their tea. I'm saying this because they have a Kickstarter soon coming out that y'all should keep an eye out on. The other thing I want to mention, and as a reminder, we had been raising money for the Entertainment Community Fund. That is a cause that has been near and dear to my heart. So thank you everybody who donated. I am a member of the theatrical profession, and so that fund has been really crucial in helping me and my co-workers and my community, so I appreciate it. That's me.
Fantastic. Yes, I was going to say it at the end, but since LD brought it up, thank you to all of you who were able to donate to the Entertainment Community Fund, formerly the Actors Fund.
Looks like we ended up right around 220. However, I will keep the Tiltify open for the next week. So should you want to donate and get us that $250 goal, it's always appreciated, and it goes towards a great cause. Again, you're supporting the arts, you're supporting the people both on the stage, on the screen, and behind them, respectfully. So yeah, all of your money goes towards an absolutely fantastic cause. And I'll punish the regular Horizons Call folk if you decide to put a complication in there. Okay, moving on. Rack.
Hey everyone, ladies, gentlemen, viewers of all pronouns. Thank you so much for joining us today. I am Rakolai, or Rakolai. No real preference on how you pronounce it. I'm just glad you're here today. You can find me right here on Twitch, twitch.tv/Rakolai. I build model kits, a lot of model kits, mostly Gundam. Some of my stuff's in the backpack there. So yeah, I normally would stream on Sundays, which I guess starting next week I'll be resuming that schedule. Because of the global strike this week, I will not be streaming on the weekdays, but next Sunday I will most likely be streaming. You can also find me on most social medias at Rakolai. On Twitter, it's a bit weird. It's RAKO capital IAI because someone already has the proper spelling and I can't get it. But you can use the proper spelling everywhere else. Blue Sky, Tumblr, those things. I will be guesting on this channel very soon. In fact, this coming Saturday, right here on Sword and Key for Eldritch Automata, which I've going from the looks of it is basically Evangelion meets Pacific Rim in tabletop form. So very much looking forward to that. So please do join us for that.
Fantastic. Thank you, Rack. Last but absolutely not least, Gena.
Hey, I'm Gena. I've been playing Saskia. As far as where you can find me, you can actually find me in a whole bunch of things, but I don't remember if I can announce any of those yet. I will be in at least 3 upcoming things in the next month. I don't know if I can announce them, but they will be announced through my Twitter and on my card, which is linked on my Twitter at _GenaThan at Twitter. It's very important. Yeah, and that's it.
Beautiful. Please go check out all of those people. Check out their social medias. Check out their cards or their link trees or their beacons, whatever have you. Go support them. Go show them at least a follow if you can. Support the projects that they are doing. Personally, for myself, I am Derek Sword. I use he/him pronouns. Yes, Sword is my real last name. Yes, it's awesome. No, you can't have it. I have been your GM for this game, as I am your GM for many games. I actually have something that's not on Sword and Key coming up that I can actually talk about. So, where's my calendar? There it is. Coming up on the 26th, which is a Monday 26th, 6 p.m. Pacific time, I'm going to be over on our friend channel, Exquisite Corpse Presents, ACP, for a game of Monster of the Week. So you can check that out over there. It's a great cast. Love ECP. Great channel. Also a member of Team SideQuest, which we are a member of as well. For Sword and Key stuff, I highly check out or recommend you check out Sword and Key on all of our socials. The best place to find literally everything is beacons.ai/Sword and Key. You can join our Discord there. You can see all of our socials, most of which is Sword and Key with underscores between 3 words. You can also find our ongoing Tiltifies and our Pallies. Again, we do have a Tiltify for this game for the Entertainment Community Fund, which will be up for an extra week. We have one for Palestine Relief right now as well, which will be basically going throughout the crisis, but will also be promoted for all of our games, especially this week, since we are not participating in the strike. We are instead using our games to try to raise money for the event, try to get our voice as loud about that as possible. You can also find our discount codes, like those for Greenleaf Geek Dice and Eldritch Foundry, if you are looking for dice or resin art, or if you're looking for custom miniatures of your characters. For Sword and Key stuff that's coming up, we had the finale of Deathmatch Island earlier today at 10 a.m. We had the finale of Harbingers just now. You can find both of those in our VODs later on YouTube as well. Coming up on the 23rd, we have our ongoing movie night, Sword and Key movie nights. So at 6 p.m. Pacific time on Friday, we're going to be watching Howl's Moving Castle. Those are always played on our Discord, and again, you can join that through our beacons. On the 24th, as Rack mentioned, we have the first of Eldritch Automata, which is a game feature of that same name, that is created by Nick, who's the username at Nobleman Nick. It's currently a Kickstarter, and as Rack mentioned, it's mech suits in like biblical revelations, super hardcore tragic hero shit. Can't wait. Horizons Call will be back after that at 3 p.m. Pacific time on the 24th. Monster Crush will release next on the 25th. And then the 25th is also at 2:30 p.m. the finale of Brindlewood Bay, which is a pre-recorded episode. It is a national holiday after that, which is my partner and co-founder's birthday, Eva. So on the 26th, please make sure, tell your boss you don't have to work, and send Eva lots of love. And then getting into March, we will have the beginning of Trophy Dark on Sundays at 10 a.m. Pacific time, and that'll run for 4 weeks, in addition to Horizons Call continuing, our Sword and Key movie nights continuing, and lots more stuff coming in the future. We'll have more applications out soon. We'll have more games in the future as well. And I'm promising you that I'll have all of these lovely people back literally as soon as feasible, because they are all incredible. If I can have this game back in the future, I will. I am so incredibly lucky, blessed even, to be able to sit at a table, digital though it may be, with such incredible talent. And I can't tell you enough how much you should cast these people in your games, and how incredible it is to have them all in the space and tell stories together. I do also want to shout out, just so I don't forget, Kayla for doing the tech for almost the entirety of Harbingers. Very, very much appreciated. Somebody who knows how to do that and is reliable enough to do it. It's very much appreciated. And also Michael Sandoval for doing the character art for this game, as well as many of our games. Again, you can find him predominantly on Instagram at MIKYLSANDVAL. And you can find all of his artwork there, and you can also find it on our Discord, because he's kind of exclusive, and we're very fucking lucky for that.
Yeah.
Yes, please go bother Michael about getting your own artwork done, because I want him to live off of doing art alone. That's me selfishly wanting that for him. I don't know that we are rating anybody tonight. I don't think I have anything else to say. So
Hey, Derek.
Yeah.
I should have mentioned this at the end, but it only just occurred to me. Just as a little sneak peek for those of you who have bothered to stick around, I think at the very end, while Fia, after the conversation with the Morgan, she will pull one card from the deck of many things.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Support you.
Fun.
Fingers
Just
crossed
to
for
leave
you.
that on a little cliffhanger for y'all.
Do you want to say what the card is?
I pulled the Knight.
Oh.
No way.
Mm-hmm.
What does that one do?
Oh my god.
I need a friend.
What?
It's like
Welcome
it's
back,
like,
Desiree.
Yeah!
For fuck's sake. Thank you all for joining us. As always, fair winds, following seas, weird birds. Take care of yourselves. We'll see you in the future for some bullshit. God damn it.
Yes!
God, you gained the
Oh
service
my
of a
God.
4th level fighter.